we're good.
Be streaming?
Yep.
Oh, I apologize. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Tyranny. We're here on Wednesday. A bit of an off day for us. Usually it's Tuesday or Thursday. We are here Wednesday night, continuing our 5th edition D&D homebrew game. This is the Lost Tales of Paradisia. And I'm Tom, and we're here with everybody else. Thank you for tuning in. Last episode, we left off with the group continuing with their newly arrived Azamar companion, who went and explained how there was a prophecy involving the party of great magnitude. Apparently, the group is going to go on to do great things regardless on if they complete in their deeds or not, to varying degrees. Milo, his father is still alive. There's more to come with that. Alward is royalty. Basil will go on to have order named after him, and Reyna will become a great architect, constructing great things. Much was not revealed with a great many of these things, but more to come on that. The party continued to Greenville, the second largest city in the Realm Land, and they arrived to which at night, and the city was mostly under a heavy military watch. There were a lot of guards around. The guards were a bit bullying, more so than usual, especially in this farmland region. The party kind of got here a little too late to do too much. Basil did manage to gauge just how deep the atmosphere in the city was, talking to a bystander at a stall, who revealed that pretty much the Lord will take up the Lord of the town or the city will take in, any of these upstart knights or parties that are willing to stand up for the injustice that's been going on, and was not able to investigate further, trying to get into the castle to speak directly with the established lord and his guards. But he was told to speak to the master of arms in the morning. It was also at this point that some sendings did happen. Some magical sending of news did happen, and it was at this point we left off on the cliffhanger. Milo heard back in regards to his mom. Something is going on, and she is trapped and unable to get out, and the land is sick. For those of you that have been watching for a while, you know that Milo, the halfling ranger, comes from the out, kind of like the threshold of where the elves still control the Wood Elf Forest and the countryside, the Realmland countryside where they're in now. But he does live in much deeper woods than is in any of the Realmlands. It's he's allowed there by the elves. And Milo took off after his dad's been gone for a while, so it's just his other sibling and his mom kind of just chilling. And word has reached him that something's going on. The land is not right. It's sick. Something might be wrong with the water, I believe was possibly said. And they're waiting for the elves, and they cannot get out. He then received a message from the dwarf companion who knew his father, saying that he's offering help from a group called the Banished Brotherhood, and if Milo would like to have them investigate the matter while they are busy attending things in Greenville, to which Milo said yes. That's where we left off. We haven't played in a week, so sorry I had to go on a bit of a long-winded refresher on this. There were a lot of things that have happened in the last 2 episodes that we've played. A lot of just game-changing information has hit the group. But that's where we're at. The party kind of showed up to investigate the criminal doings, and now they're getting roped into a couple different things, and there's a decision that really needs to be made as to what is really going to be handled next, because there are many options. And with that, I'll leave this to the party. Now, you stayed at the Slaughtered Eagle, correct? And you just got your long rest. I'm saying the group got their long rest in. And if there was anything that I missed, please say something. If there was something important that I did not gloss over, or I glossed over it too vaguely,
I think you got it.
Yeah,
I think I got most of. I think I got the important things, to be honest.
Well, Reyna did give me a necklace thing, so that was pretty important.
Does the whole party have one now, except for like one person?
Yeah, except for
I don't think Reyna has one for herself.
Do you have an inspiration?
No.
Make one. You made everybody else a necklace, and you still don't have one, so you can start with an inspiration.
Here's a gold star.
That's something.
Just don't
I
forget
have a
to use
character
it.
that makes magic items, and I made things for myself immediately.
True. I can find that.
So it's morning now? Is that what I'm understanding? We've taken a long rest?
Yeah, you guys took a long rest. Now, despite there being a bit of a heavier military presence in Greenville than normal, town awakens normal. You hear livestock from the some of the farms on the outskirts of the walls. You hear like roosters and that. You hear people waking up, getting stalls ready. You do hear soldiers giving shouts out to citizens here and there, but it's nothing that crazy. We are a far cry from like some type of police state, dictatorial, tyrannical state. It's nothing like that. But things are a bit more on edge than normal.
It is feudalism, so you can say
it is feudalism. Yes,
it's a
but
dictatorial
it's not.
state, but with the king at the head.
I guess, but it's not like people's rights aren't being opposed to the extreme natures.
Right.
It's a monarch feudal state society that is lived on, where other lords get the fiefdoms hand down. So yes, it is, but it's not. It's not pure chaos.
Right. Okay. I guess I get out of bed. I guess if he isn't up already, I'll wake up our angel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not difficult to wake up.
This bitch not gonna wake.
How'd you sleep?
I revitalized myself well, thank you. How are you?
But like I am every day. We should go meet with our companions. We have a couple things to discuss about what we really want to investigate. Come on now. And then I'll go knock on Howard and Reyna's room. Actually, I put my ear up against it first. Do I hear anything?
You probably hear some snoring. Me.
That's all? Okay. And then I'll knock.
Unless Reyna snores, I don't know. I would elbow Reyna. It's at the door.
Well, go answer it.
Oh, you got this one. I'm sleeping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so close to you.
Get the door.
I'll go get the door.
It's the other way around in life.
Okay. You opening the door?
Oh yeah. Just have to go get the door. I open it.
You open the door and Basil's standing there with
Hello.
the Asmar.
You guys should change into normal clothes. We've got things to do. We can't really. I'll peer faster. Howard, we can't really be sleeping in. I know you had a crazy night last night, but we've got things to do.
Did you want to come in?
Yes, with my friend, our friend.
Well, come on, Basil.
Well, someone should go get Milo and wake him up before we
Is
down
he?
in the broom closet downstairs. I'm pretty sure.
Could you
not
do
doing
it? Could you do it right now? You're already up.
So are you. I'm going to lay back down.
Alright, I'll go do it. Ah. Knock on Milo's closet, broom closet. Milo!
Milo's not in there.
I'm still knocking on Milo!
Where did Milo go?
He's down. Probably there was a pub area, right? There where we could sit and have breakfast and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, so then you would have seen him there going down to where the broom closet was. You would see him there. Then.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, he'll be
Maybe
at
you missed it on the way down, but on the way back you see him at the bar.
he'll be at one of the tables, reading and having breakfast with Nix.
I'll walk over.
The mastiff.
Yeah, I'll walk over. They want to have a talk about something upstairs. What are you reading? What are you reading?
Oh, just my books. I'm just going over them again. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Thank you, for, doing what you did last night. This. Yeah. I don't know what to do right now, but
Don't worry about it. Don't mention it. It's
knowledge is good. It's power, right? All right, Nix, let's go upstairs, and I just hand her a piece of bacon. We head upstairs. Pack our
While you
books up.
guys are, while he's going to fetch you, I'll talk to Reina. So,
So what?
what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about. We slept. That is it.
Why are the beds pushed together?
Well, I think Hal was too tired to move them apart.
Mhm.
And, it just kind of ended up staying like that.
You couldn't do it, or I thought a dignified
You
person
want-
like you, would want kind of your own space.
You know what, Basil?
Hmm?
Shut up.
What? What am I doing?
You are a nosy Rosie.
That's rich coming from you. That's so rich. That's so rich.
Hey, quit being suspicious and I wouldn't be so nosy.
Me suspicious. Okay. I think I hear them coming down the hall.
Mm.
Interstage right.
Milo's just reading as he walks.
Alright, I found him. He was reading. He was
Hi.
in a blind spot. I couldn't see him on the way down.
Morning.
Good morning.
I turned to Basil. I'm like, oh, you might like to hear this. I actually, in the spirit of naming the things that we, come across, or in this case, the necklaces that Reina has made for us, I named mine Saluna's Tear.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
mean, I realized, it's a moonstone, and I know there's a lot of, correlation between Saluna and moonstones, and learned that, when I was younger, so it made sense.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
thank you. And I go back to reading.
See, everyone, we've got to name our weapons and our items. Give some
Sure.
power.
Sure. You first.
Okay. I named my necklace Elinion Helisar.
That's a mouthful.
It's elvish. You know what it means. It's just
Butt
the
sniffer,
amethyst
yes.
star.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right.
What is it? I didn't hear what you said.
The amethyst star.
Amethyst star. Okay.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Now, Howard, what did you name?
It's a necklace.
Right. Go ahead.
It's a Howard's necklace. That's the name.
Whoa, that's not very creative, but I guess we'll take it.
I'll have to workshop some ideas. I'm free to take any ideas if anybody wants to.
It's made out of bloodstone. Would that help?
It's a bloody necklace.
We could have it something to be related that you're a prince. Something about that and about your blood, because, you know, monarchy and royalty and all that stuff.
Blood of hell, the Azamar says.
We'll workshop it.
That's pretty good too.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. Do you have anything to name?
Hal's lovely stones. Stone.
Okay. Do you have anything to name right now?
No, I made everyone a necklace, and I have yet to get to mine. So
Why don't you name your book something cool?
It already has a name, right?
it's the Grimoire of Unsavory Abbot.
Well, that's the name that it was given whenever it was unsavory, but now you're using it, so you should rename it to what you want to call it.
I still think it's unsavory. You look
That's
at
what
me.
I was thinking. Still unsavory. Well, anyways, I've called you all up here. We kind of have to decide what our next course of action is. Yesterday night, I think I told you all. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. I went to the Windburge last night, and they told. I used the code phrase or whatever, and they told us. He told me and whoever. Oh, me and I think Milo was with me. To go to the barracks and talk to the sergeant or something like that. Talk to the Master of Arms about that. I think they work for like the rebellion. That's if my memory serves correctly. I kind of just want to get in there so we can fuck it up from the inside. Because as much as they might be like right, I don't really think now is a good time for a civil war. So, like right, if it was earlier, whatever. But now isn't great. So I think that's one path. We could ignore that and just focus on finding the cult here in the town. And then I think our third option, which I'm kind of opposed to immediately doing, which would be going to Milo's mother's.
Well, we have someone going out there to check on them anyways.
Right. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matters.
Well. So when it comes to Milo's mom, are we trying to wait for word back from the Brandish brothers or whatever the fuck they were called? Brotherhood? Yeah.
Yeah, I just lift my nose out of my book. I'm like, yeah. I mean, obviously, if we could go, I would, but it's probably best that since he offered or they offered, they figure it out and report back, and then we'll go from there. Because
Right.
there's more pressing things closer to where we are, right? It'd be silly to go way out of our way when there's
Opportunity cost.
right.
Well, we know for sure that. So we have two options. We can do the barracks, Master of Arms, or we can do the cult. But who's to say that those aren't just intertwined? They could be the two of the same thing.
They could be. The cult could be like, you know, they're the puppet master, if you will.
Yes.
Do you have any leaning for what one way or the other, or do you think we should just? Well, what do you think?
I think that barracks is probably the best option because I don't think a cult meets during the day, right?
Mm.
Even if we were trying to find a cult, it would be pretty fucking hard, I would assume. Or they could be one of those like avant-garde cults that just get together in the morning, have breakfast,
Brunch.
some brunch, some mimosas or
Right.
something. Yeah.
It's like a book club.
Or they could go to like a place of like worship and like sing a bunch of hymns and all that good stuff.
Or they go to do equestrian activities, and then
Yes.
right.
Some would even say a church is a cult if you think about it. That's
My make an investigation check? He's
Sure.
been reading his book for a while.
It would probably help if I had my dice.
What the
Yep.
hell?
In the game of Dungeons and Dragons, it is known that you roll dice.
Yep. All right. Investigation. Big old +0. 12.
Oh, no.
Well, last time you pondered the poem, you realized that the ley lines, the primordial ley lines that envelop the planet, if they are weakened, it can cause outlandish things to leak into this plane. You also found out that near your home is one of these intersecting points that seems like it would bear some importance to the primordial webway that surrounds the planet. 12 isn't too high, but it's also not that low. You read that these barriers in the past have not only been produced but also maintained by the druidic circles, and that there are rituals dealing with these things. If the primordial ley lines are in fact in any way being weakened or tattered or torn, this is druidic specific rituals that deal with this type of thing. And if there's a problem so close to your home and you're witnessing Azamar come in here and demons leaking after them, it would be a safe bet to say that it probably is connected in some way. If the land is sick and dying and you're that close to a ley line and you know that the ley lines are weakening, there's rituals to maintain this. Maybe they haven't been maintained in a very long time.
Okay. All right.
That's I feel like you've been reading your book a while, so I don't have a problem giving you that much info. You've been reading that book for a long ass time.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna grant you investigation rolls when I think it's appropriate. Definitely
Awesome.
appropriate right now.
I'll relay that really quickly to everyone.
Right.
Just kind of take my nose out, say that, and then I'll say, how not now, but maybe at the end of the day, if we could, maybe we contact the druid, see if she'd be willing to help. I know it's not her domain, but maybe she knows someone in my forest that we can get in contact with.
Yep, I will put a pin in that, and I
Yeah.
will get back to you.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna do that when we're all together at night. I'm not gonna do that by
That's
myself. That's a little weird.
That's what I'm. No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like if you have spells left at the end of the day.
Hey, druid lady, I miss you.
Yeah.
You're a little too personal.
It's me, Hal.
I remember.
Me hell. And
So the barracks is. Are we? Is that
Yeah, sounds good. Good to me.
My
okay?
Kind of
Off to the barracks. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna use my hat of disguise and turn into that same kind of, redhead farmer boy kind of thing.
Turn into
So-
Halric, good hate harvest.
Yeah, Alaric, good harvest. Yeah. And then I'd look. Let me make my face. I'd look over to Reyna and I'd be like, "Are you gonna do your bit?"
Yeah, probably should. I'll use disguise self, be a little human, dark hair, very pretty, a little shorter than Reyna, because Reyna's a tall gal, and she'll have blue eyes.
so looking quite a bit different.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And off we go to to the barracks to meet the Master at Arms.
Yeah, that's not gonna be too hard to find. You go through the different districts of the city, and before long, you get to the more centralized area where a good chunk of the troops are out in the muster fields and in the training yards and all that. Not far from where the the uh, the cavalry and the horsemen units and everything are doing their thing. There is a stone barracks where a lot of the troops are gathered and doing their militia daily duties. And you guys can either, because I'm not even actively. There's no reason that you'd be barred from talking with the troops about any of this. So, are you trying to kind of get in, get in deep using like stealth, or are you trying to like diplomatize your way? Because I know you're disguised for other reasons, but are you trying to go about this more stealthily or more diplomatically?
I think, I mean, we were told to come here, so I think
Right.
diplomatically seems fine. I don't know why we'd have to hide.
Okay. You
Unless,
guys are.
anyone else wants to do anything else, but.
That's fair. Yeah, you guys are stopped at the at the main gate getting into where the actual grounds are. And a commanding officer seems to be in charge of this area, and he's like, "What is your business here? There's no civilians past this point."
Um, we're here to right some wrongs. Swords for hire.
Uh, Not diplomacy, persuasion with advantage.
I dropped the code word.
Because I said so. That's why. Just slap him. How dare you question me?
And he backhands the guard.
I got a 23.
Nice.
He says, yes. Yeah, he steps aside and he points inward and he says, you see the green flag, the main building right there. Talk to the commander. He's in there. Just tell the guards there what you told me. They'll let you in there. And glad to know you're a part of the cause. Stay safe. And he just lets you in. He lets you in there. You notice in there there's a lot of humans, elves, half elves that are wearing the standard military garb. There's also some that aren't. They give off the adventuring party vibes, but they are not heavily numerous. But as you're getting in here, you're seeing that at some of the training areas, there appears to be adventuring parties. People that are not in the standard military uniform, training, practicing, getting their bearings. It definitely seems like they're recruiting. And you're brought over to the building that you were pointed to, and you are let in. There are. This is more of a. It's still a military building, but it's more bureaucratic than probably the rest of the buildings. There's guards with weapons. There are some weapon racks, but there's also tapestries. There's past flags. There's it looks more like the war council room of the city almost. But it's not very grand. It's not very elaborate. Other than there are some tapestries and flags. Like there's no like gold diamond chandeliers hanging. No royalty bearings other than the flags. And you're brought in before there's a man discussing some things with a few other officers, and he definitely appears to be the most decked out soldier in the place. He's got short dark hair, he's got brown eyes, he's got splint mail, he's got the insignia of the city. Uh, he's got also there's an insignia of the king as well. He's not. It has not gotten so bad in this city that they're, you know, removing the flags of the monarchy or anything like that. It hasn't gotten to that extent yet. But he looks up as you guys are brought in. He says, "Hush yourselves." He's like, "What is all this? Is this more recruits?" And the guy that brings you in is he's like, or they just they walked in, they were brought in, and I heard that they're looking to join. And who's not in disguise? Milo and Hallward.
Yeah, I would look normal, but yeah, Nyx is a mastiff instead of a tiger right now.
Just a father, son, and their dog.
Okay. Okay. It's not high enough to recognize Hallward's slight military history with the region, so Hal is not recognized.
Perfect natural disguise.
Hey man, it could happen, man. You know what I mean? Like it could technically happen. This is a commanding officer. He
It
might
goes two
have.
ways. He recognizes me and dies, or he does.
He looks over you all. So Basil does not look all decked out with his shit, right? He's got disguise self going.
I think he's probably has, you know, he doesn't look like he has this full stuff, but he has like maybe some leather on instead of
Okay, so he looks like he looks like he's some type of martial character of some kind.
Yeah, like a your typical kind of adventurer kind of.
All right. I'm just trying to gauge how this guy's gonna like. This is his first impression of y'all, so it's got to be correct. Raina. So Raina is just. You gave your description what you look like. Do you have any weapons or anything like this? Anything visible?
Probably just like the normal things I carry, so like my whip and my scimitar.
Okay. Milo looks the same. Nyx is in Mastiff mode. And Hal looks like Hal. This guy looks over all of you and he says, "How much experience have y'all had as a group? You look like one of these local ranging parties I might see. So I'm holding back judgments. How long have you been fighting together?"
For a few months.
Okay.
We have ample experience. We're ready to take on whatever you offer.
How familiar are you with the situation in these lands?
I've heard some things. People talk. We've been here for a couple months. We met here. Like, we met in the country.
I'd like you to roll deception. And the reason being is you're definitely holding some information back, and you're trying to not give away some things. So this is where your lying is gonna have to come in a little bit.
Drive advantage.
No, because it's his job to sniff out people bullshitting.
Wow. Sucks
We
for
might
him.
have
I'm not
to, we might have to
bullshitting.
recruit. We might have to recruit this guy if Basil fails this.
I got 15.
He says, "Yeah, people been talking quite a bit. Have you handled yourself in any of the situations? I don't care what it is. Did you kill a bunch of raiders? Did you kill something in these parts during these chaotic times?"
We've had to kill beasts that have attacked us in swamps and such, and sometimes there have been leftover places that we've explored, or we've delivered messages and been, you know, the roads are not quite as safe as they once were.
All right, I believe you. So my bearings were right. You're a patrolling group. You're out in the swamps. Things haven't been that dangerous out there to my knowledge, but I mean it is a swamp. So if you were out there doing some hunting or whatever you adventurers like to do, and then you came back here, yeah, things been changing around here in the last couple weeks. Sorry that our king isn't keeping the lands as safe as they should be. It's not normally like this,
What a
but
travesty.
I guess that's why you're here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd like these roads to be a little bit more safe. Well, so would I. Uh, I'm Commander Kriggs, and I am here solely to enforce the peace of this city even when the monarchy will not. Um, those days, hundreds of years ago, where the roads were completely and utterly safe to travel, even during times of war, they're gone. I don't know what's happened in the last couple weeks, but I'm getting groups like you a couple times a week, it seems, ready to swear themselves to keep this land safe. And it's the first time that's been like this since I've been alive, and I've gone through a lot of records of my past officers, and they don't speak of things that I'm witnessing. So,
Where's the Asimov
Lord
right
here,
now? Is
I
he with
assumed
us?
he stayed. I assumed he stayed at the inn
Okay.
Yeah.
because
just
he's
standing
an
there.
well, he's an Azamar, and his eyes are red, and bad demon things are gonna know what that is. And
Okay.
he would have told you this.
Okay.
He would
Okay.
have said that he can't control his eye color at all times. So like, if a
He's not
demon
cool.
spots that, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna give you guys away.
Understood.
Just get some
So
contacts.
yeah, right. Um, so he looks you all over. He says, some of you look a little bit better at fighting than others, but not gonna judge. Uh, I assume everybody here is capable. I'm gonna trust in that. If you've kept yourselves alive, what you say is true, and I believe it is. Uh, you're better than some of the groups we got out there training right now. Uh, he points at Basil. He says, "You have any real military history?
I
Did you serve somewhere else?"
I haven't served in a military. I've, like I said, I mean I started mercenary work for the military sometimes to do things they couldn't be asked to do, but never worked, you know, in the military.
Very well. I assume you're you're the leader. Does this group have a leader, or are
Yeah,
you?
I would I would say so.
I
Okay.
wouldn't say he's the leader. We kind of make decisions together.
Okay. That's fine by me. I have no care how you rule yourselves. Simply that you don't die out in the field. Um, what is it that you do, young lady?
Um, I'll hold on. I'll do like a little cantrip. Instead of like actually doing a ray of frost, I'll just kind of have like frost in my hands.
Good. Good. We need as much of that as we can. Uh, magical combat is a weakness of just this whole realm in general. I hate to say it. Uh, so that is exceptionally good that you have somebody to support your lines that way. So what I'm gonna do is you're ready to sign up then. If I give you if I give you orders to protect some farmland somewhere in this realm, you'll do it. If I can trust in you.
Yep.
Tell you right now, I want you at the festival. If that goes down, I'm expecting something to pop off at any time, and if it's going to, it's gonna be when the prince is at that damn festival.
Mm.
Um, so if anybody wants to do anything, it's gonna be then. The prince is supposed to address everything, from what I heard, or the king. Uh, Supposed to be the king, but if it's the prince, well, people are going to be unhappy that the king himself is not going to address the matter. So anything could happen. Um, so I definitely would like you at the festival.
What would you want
Uh,
us to do?
that I'm not sure.
Mm.
I need to be sure of what events are going on. I need to be sure of. We need to find out if the prince or if the king is going to be there, because that's going to set the atmosphere all differently. But think of it as security duty, I guess you can say. Anybody that looks like they should be not doing things that they should. Anybody that looks out of place. Um, Word evil has been thrown around a lot. And I don't like that word. Because I don't really believe in all that. You see, there's good people, there's bad people. It all just, we make our own decisions. But people have been saying there's evil going on in these lands. I don't really believe in all that. I believe that those times are gone. But if I'm wrong, I need to be proven wrong immediately. So if you see anything like that at this festival, not only do I want you to document it, I want you to root it, and I want you to bring me evidence, because we need proof. If there's evil going on in these lands, I mean, it's not even the king's fault. At this point, a lot of the other people that were talking with him have gone about their things. So it's just you and a couple of the guards that are kind of just making sure that this isn't like an assassination attempt or whatever. There's not a lot of people in here right now, and he's looking at the map of the realm land, the countryside, the hills to the north, the hilllands to the south, all the way down to Elder Ridge at the far south of the realm, where the threshold leads off to the south. He's just looking at it, and he says, "This place used to be quiet, but I have a feeling it's going to get louder." He says, "If there's evil going on in these lands, as been whispered in this town, then it needs to be found. If there's evidence of deep-rooted cults, if there's evidence of that, then this is not the king's fault. And it could solve a lot of heartache. It could solve a lot of pain if it's brought, if undeniable, irrefutable proof that there are demonic forces at work here, or hell on plane. See, I don't believe in any of this. I don't even believe in hell. But that's, I have to open my book to the possibility of things. That's really what you're being charged with, I guess. At this festival, if I need you, I just need you to be on the lookout for anything that might be out of the ordinary. Because I don't want civil war to break out. But if this continues and nothing gets done, it's going to. It's going to, whether I want to or not. He's pacing around the map, and he's looking at it, and all you guys with some of you have like passive insight, like 18 or something. Like, some of you have really high passive insights. Nobody gets the feeling that this man actually wants war. Like, he's looking at the war, like he's lived his whole life here. He's looking at this map, and you think that if war comes down, this man is ready to go to war. He's ready for justice, but he's also looking outside of the box, that maybe what these people are saying is true. This man's clearly like an atheist. He doesn't believe in the higher powers with the things that he's saying, but tough shit, you know. He knows that something is amuck here, and he's asking you to help him root it out. You feel like, based on how he's talking, he hasn't had this exact conversation with every group. Maybe that 23 deception check kind of worked its way into his brain a little bit, and he's trusting you.
Wisdom up.
Yeah, you know, Basil got a nice roll, and the guy's just trusting in him a little bit. And
Raina may be a wizard, but I'm a lizard.
Yeah.
A wizard. Oh my god.
Yeah, your character's dying.
Oh yeah.
He looks at you and he says, "Is this too much to ask?"
Sounds. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's he just says, he's like, "Is this too much to ask? Are you you feel like you're able to uphold this?"
I'll look to my compatriots. I won't wait for a response from them, but I will just say, sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, Milo's just nodding. Like, after what we've been through, it doesn't sound very difficult. But he's not going to say that.
Sounds reasonable to me. Searching for cults or this evil that people speak of at the festival. Has there been any... Have you heard of anything within your own city? Have people been saying rumors about this or that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they have. I don't even like to talk about the whole cult thing, but there were rumors that there was that kind of activity. This was weeks ago. When around the same time when chaos just spread through all the farmlands out in the wilds. I don't know where you were. You said you were out in the swamps. Well, this was much further south than that. There was a couple nights here where farmers were having their livestock attacked, and it was coordinated. Okay, I don't care what the king says. I don't give a fuck what the king says. That was coordinated. I went through the list of all the farms that were attacked. It was widespread. Chupacabras or hookah-cabras or whatever the fuck those things are called, they're not smart enough to do that. This was coordinated. And followed every whisper, and he heard that there were cults responsible for something to do with it. I forget what it is by now. I've put it out of my head. Every trail we led went dead, and we threw. I think a lot of the paperwork got thrown out because it was. I called it hodgepodge, but in the back of my mind, I see how bad it's getting. Maybe it wasn't. There was rumors that some of these clubs, some of these establishments, were attracting some not so nice people. They're doing some illegal activities behind the scenes. We investigated it. Found nothing. This was a couple weeks ago.
Could you tell us the names of these clubs?
One of them that we kept hearing was a place called the Stocks.
The Stock.
Yeah, like the imprisonment tool, the Stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled the same. They've got like a kind of like this clubbish vibe, They're not quite a tavern or an inn, but they've got rooms, they've got entertainment. A lot of the local bards will sing there, they've got some beautiful showgirls that sing, dance, the whole 9 yards. They've got gambling in some of the private rooms, and well, gambling's not really illegal, but when you're doing it to that extent and you're trading in some of the resources that we heard people were gambling, that is illegal. When you're bringing in dragon eggs and you're gambling with that is heavily illegal. So we're not about any of that. We're not about anything like that. This is the establishment that we heard a lot of these gangland beings were operating, and the cults were working with them. We imprisoned a guy for how long on some charge? He was up in Niln. He was up in Niln for like maybe a month. Guy with the hat. He's a known criminal here, Felix. We had him in prison. We were questioning him on all sorts of shit. And we got nothing. That's how we found out about some of the illegal activity in the stocks to begin with. And that's all I got for you.
Where is Felix?
You got business with Felix?
He's just a bad person.
Well, yeah, everybody knows it, but I mean, what can you do about it? We held him. We thought we had him. We thought we had him on something, smuggling, and we held him. We questioned him, and he either has contacts in Niln that are lying for him, or he's honestly innocent. I just sometimes I wish you could just kill someone when you know they're bad. You know, I know that sounds bad, but I know he's bad. We can't do it. You know, there's laws. You know, there's laws. But once in a while, you just get a Cretan that you know is doing something, and you can't just throw him in jail and throw away the key. You can't just hang the man. You just can't. But this man gets away with everything, and we can't hold him. We can't hold him to anything. And we know he's smuggling. We know he's running numbers. We know he's doing this. We know he's doing that. He's probably involved with some of these assassinations for all I fucking know. But we can't get him on anything. He also claims that he knows nothing about any of that. So, but if you're looking into the cult activity, the stocks is the last place that we really looked into that held any ground. But it was cleared out. We did find secret rooms, but it was all cleared out. There's nobody around. Nothing there.
Right. Are you still holding Felix, or has he been let go?
He's been back in town for a week now. He was in prison for a month.
Gotcha.
He was in prison for at least a month. He was away for a while.
Okay.
But no, he's out now.
You said he's in this town?
Oh yeah, no, he lives here.
Oh.
He's a regular. He lives here. Like he was born and raised here, and he's
Could you?
It's rumored. What's up?
I know this is probably wrong, but can you tell us where he lives so we can avoid him if he's such a bad guy? Or just an area that we need to
Guards,
avoid.
leave us. Are you offering to? The guards leave and like shut the doors and everything. So now it's just you and him. So like, he looks at you. He goes, "Are you offering to assassinate Felix for me? Is that what's being like? I just want to make sure that is what you're saying to me, because I got some tones from what you just said, and I want to know what you're saying to me before I react.
I'll kill him.
Are you
for you if that's what you want? I'm sure I can get some questions out of him too that you probably couldn't.
Sure. How much you want for this?
Let me talk to my partners. Group huddle. I just turned around.
He says, you guys go discuss this wherever, not in here, and then come back to me tonight, this evening. You go and think about this. Don't discuss this here. There's ears.
Sure.
You go discuss this somewhere else, and then you come back to me about it.
All right. That sounds.
Telling all the guards to let you in. You're good.
All right.
Yeah, he dismisses you. You can leave. Do whatever.
I was like, well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, I was not expecting that to be the offer. I would have waited if he was going to keep talking. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
We've
I think we were done there.
Yep.
So we have some information. We got the stocks was a place they checked out, and then
Yeah, he said something about dragon eggs and gambling there. Like,
sounded pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm down
That's
to do some gambling.
On a scale of 1 to Harry Potter,
Hopefully we find a big
gambling
half
and
giant
dragon
there.
eggs. Yep, that's how you're looking for Hagrid. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna befriend him, and he's gonna be my companion.
He rides on a flying motorcycle because he's a artificer.
Yeah. So I guess we need to figure out. So how much do we want for this job? Because I mean, this is a thread we've been chasing for quite a while.
yeah, I mean, it was something we
I've been
were.
trying to.
It was something we were probably already gonna do anyway.
Now we get paid for it.
Right. Ah.
Okay, start high.
Start high.
Let him negotiate us down.
Okay, so like 1,000 platinum.
Is that's
I mean, that
Eight
seems fair to
thousand
me,
gold?
right? Well,
Yeah.
10,000
2,000
gold for-
Yeah.
10,000 gold for an assassination mission. That,
we'll let him negotiate us down.
He can talk us down.
2,000 a per, 2,000 a person. Gotta count Nicks.
Let's go.
True.
I was thinking 5,000, so it
5,000
doesn't seem like we're completely insane, you know?
Even 2,500, I'd settle for that if I had to.
Yeah.
It still feels like a lot.
Milo's like,
You're rich. What are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to begin something
That
like
was
this.
How about we just flip a coin? Heads, we ask for 5,000. Tails, we ask for 25.
Say
Let's go
25,000.
5,000. Let's go
I
5,000.
was gonna say like
5,000?
maybe 800.
800?
You gotta set your ceiling a little bit higher than that. We're skilled.
This is why you have no money.
Milo's just like, I will say.
That was Star speaking.
I was like, I will say, I mean, they had him in prison for a month, and this guy, I mean, he was the captain, commander. It kind of sounds like this is something that's really important to him, right? So,
Yes, sounds like he's the leader of the rebellion
Can I
for all intensive purposes.
make a perception check?
Make a perception or an insight or whatever you want.
I'll make perception. I just want to look around because if Felix is walking around town, I don't want him just to see us like talking about money. He's just like, no, just walk right past us.
Sure.
Holy shit, it's terrible. It's going to be an 8.
You don't see anybody that looks like Felix, and he wears like a very obvious hat, and he dresses kind of, he advertises who he is. You almost get advantage to look for him. So like, you don't see him anywhere.
Yeah, so
Should we like 5,000's the
five. That's the
talk
tippy
down.
top.
Yeah, we can
5,000's the tippy top. He'll talk us down.
talk us down. Also, do we want to go buy the stocks and see if we can
Oh yeah,
find anything?
yeah, of course. We've got
Right
time
now?
to kill until tonight,
we can-
anyways.
Yeah. Well, what if this is just some giant scheme that we're gonna show up and this fucking guy's asking for 5,000 gold and Felix is just gonna stab me in the back or some shit, or an arrow's gonna like puncture my
At least
neck
we
and get
see
the last out.
Felix.
So we see Felix. It's go time, right? We just fuck him up to
Well,
a point where
the-
we can tie him up and question him.
It depends. We can't just charge in like over a hill into a battle where people need us.
Exactly.
This is like one of the discretionary times we've talked about. Like, it depends really. We should definitely try to get him, but
Well, I only think you and Rain are the only two that can actually like approach him without him being set off, unless Milo shaves his beard.
I could
Chops his hair off.
definitely be a seductress.
Could you?
I don't think you can do that.
Could you actually do that?
I don't think you can. You're
Oh,
not very good at it apparently, so.
Because I wasn't trying.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Go over to that commenter over there and see. Work
Do
your
it.
magic so we can see if this is a good plan.
What? Why?
Well, you said you good. You can be a seductress. You gotta sell that. You can't just say you can do that.
Yeah.
Men are easy. All I need to do is make myself look, curvaceous. And
Are
it should
they?
be really
Have you
easy.
been with any men?
I'm 102 years old.
Damn.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know. You've been inside your goddamn house all the time.
I could leave into the square. Anyway.
All right.
Never mind.
Raina will put the moves on, and then we will sneak up on him.
I don't know. We'll
figure it out we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll improvise.
I'll have to see it to believe it. To be honest.
Wasn't there?
Let's make sure he's there before we do anything. Let's find the guy.
Wasn't there a vision of him like expecting us and killing us?
Yeah, inside of a pub tavern.
Yeah. So
That what?
I
Milo
was
gains an inspiration.
Oh, I already have one.
I was thinking, oh, if we recognize the interior from the vision, we can be like, oh, he's gonna come here, so we don't have to get ambushed.
That's why we let Basil and Raina and their disguise forms go in and look around. And me and Milo, me and you, buddy, we can hang out,
Yeah.
twiddling our thumbs. So,
Yeah, because I mean, we just let someone know that we want to kill Felix, so that information could easily be passed on to Felix now.
probably. That's probably gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah.
not much we can do about it now unless we turn around and go get him. But we're not doing that. I don't think.
He'll come to us if he really wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
To the stocks.
I'm sure he'll shoot someone besides me. I hope.
You're very shootable.
I'm just that kind of person. Yeah, I get that vibe, I guess.
It's in the face, really. I mean, yes. Let's go to the stocks.
Let's go check out this fucking sweet place.
So are we all going in there, or is this the place that just the two of them are going in?
Well, we would assume we were gonna walk with them, but we're not gonna go into the building. We're like stop a block back.
Right. Okay.
And then I can send you guys like a message or something. I can send you a message like 5 minutes in.
I can send one back.
Okay, you can send me your message and I'll respond to you.
You just got a message.
And I'll just be like, do you want to bring Nyx with you?
Oh, that could work as like her dog, you know.
Could you make her like a chihuahua? Something small so she can have like a little...
No, I'm afraid she'd leave me forever if I made her a chihuahua.
Well, something that can like, she's gonna be a seductress. She can have a seductress kind of dog, right? Isn't it like a little preppy little...
It could be my guard dog.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can take him with us. Them. They.
Wait, are you talking about Nyx? Nyx is our...
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I lost the thread. I forgot.
So I'll just turn to Nyx and just ask her if that's all right, and she's just basically like, woof.
This is like the dog off of the Looney Tunes, the really depressed one.
Yeah.
To the
stocks.
To the stocks.
I guess me and Milo, yeah. So I guess we go to the stocks, and me and Milo, about a block away, let's say a street away, a street or so away. We hang back and we just chill.
Smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, smoke our pipe.
Yeah.
Drink our everlasting ale.
Just getting wasted.
Sounds good to me.
So the stocks is you don't know where it is at first, but I mean it's not. I'm not gonna bar you from finding it. You can ask around and eventually figure out where it is. It is definitely in the more southern district of town, and there is a block that appears to be a lot of different like mass living quarters with different stalls and market vendors going down a lot of the street. You remember that there was a tent bazaar merchant district outside of the walls. This appears to be more of like a bizarre, road, almost not an alleyway, because it's not an alleyway. It's an actual street with a block and everything. But this is where the stocks is. It's on this road, and the building of the establishment is kind of in the center of all these living corridors, and it almost appears like it's one giant building, but you can see areas where it appears to be all like bricked and stoned, to where it's probably not all one giant building. Otherwise, this would be a colossal hive of a building. But the stocks is in the center of this block, thrown in the middle of all these other corridors. And the street does open up near there, where there's benches and people chit-chatting and talking. A lot of people wearing, long coats and hats, that type of thing. They're smoking their pipes in the street. There's shoppers, busy. A lot of different townsfolk. Those of you with, some of you got what, like passive perception 16? I think
I have an 18.
You definitely don't. Yeah, you don't get the full-on Nocturne Alley vibes, but if you could see some skulldaggery nonsense going on this road. This looks like a pickpocket haven. If you, of any road in the city, this is the one you've seen where you might need to watch your pockets a little bit with just how people are moving and just the types of people that you're seeing in general. You're noticing people that are eyeballing new people that are looking like they might be trying to pickpocket them. It's not even just like street prejudice. Like, you're watching people that are probably looking for opportunities with an 18 passive perception. But other than that, that's where the stocks is. And despite its glamorous description from the commander of how there's showgirls and dancers and there's singers, you don't get that vibe from the outside. It looks just like almost like your common saloon. It's got your entrance. It's got your entrance with just a couple stairs going up to the porch, and it almost has a fucking Cracker Barrel vibe going on with the benches out front. Yeah, it really does. Like you're expecting some city nightclub establishment, and you're getting like a Cracker Barrel vibes from this place. And it doesn't sound like there's singing or music going on inside. And they have kind of not straight up saloon style doors with the half door thing. There's more full doors, but they do slide open from the center so that you can push through. But they're not like mid doors that hang. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like, what I mean? Like, they're full size doors. They're not these little mini like window
not the
doors.
cowboy saloon.
Right. It's not like that. Yeah, it's not like that. And that you see that there's some people going in, and look in, you see that there's tables. It looks like there's candles, and there's a few people. You don't hear any music as you're going through this road, and being careful that you're not getting pickpocketed and all that. It doesn't look like it was described to you. That's all I'm gonna say. That I guess that would be kind of the first impression. I don't know, what you all had envisioned in your head, but it probably wasn't this. And it does have a very sort of dingy wooden sign that says the stocks. That's how you're able to even tell that that's what the building is. You do see it. And it's got a lot of people in coats, and don't have really the adventure vibes too much. You don't see a whole lot of like weapons and armor and all that, but there's definitely a little bit of people that are gathered outside the area here. But other than that, it appears like this is more like a trading merchant town. People are screaming. You hear a guy, there's a guy, he's like, I got everything you want. I got spell components. I got cheap cantrip pouches. I got a robe that you can literally do anything the fuck you want with it. going for 500. I got everything you want. Yeah, like he's just rattling off at the mouth. He sounds like a snake oil salesman. And it's a lot of that. Different voices. There's lots of both men and women, elves, dwarves. There's halfling merchants. There's a lot of people on the street peddling their wares, and it's just loud. But you don't hear singing coming from the inn. And that's this road that the Stocks is on. It's Traders Lane. That's the road.
So if it felt like you were saying, like, it's possible we could be pickpocketed, and this is
you get those vibes.
Yeah, this is definitely like a situation that like probably make Milo like super uncomfortable. Like, despite all of the fights that they've gotten thus far, just the idea of
and and everybody's like twice as tall as you too.
Yeah.
So like it's overbearing too.
So as we're walking in, would the two of you have split off already, and it was just me and Hal, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, before I walk in, I would cast comprehend languages, just so I can understand anything I hear as I'm in there.
So as soon as you guys split off from us, like, Milo would like put his hood up, and he would like start rummaging through his backpack, looking for something.
I would also probably change my appearance
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still be the same guy.
Well, if I'm gonna do what I think I'm gonna do, it's gonna be a very curvy girl. Probably like average height. Very, I don't want to say too revealing, but you can definitely see stuff. And be very, very pretty girl. Like, if you saw her, you'd be like,
Sure.
Anyways, yeah.
So Jessica Rabbit.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sure. She has red hair. Well, I don't remember what her eye color is. Yeah. Maybe like some green eyes. Like piercing green eyes.
Okay. So yeah, Reyna shifts into totally different form, as she described, dressed, not like Reyna usually dressed, kind of concealing her identity. Quite the opposite from this character who's on, sort of much more display. Absolutely, that's fine. Not everybody is going into the Stocks. There's gonna be a little bit of split party, or were you all going in?
Nope.
Yeah, I think the idea is Hal and I will just kind of sit outside and smoke our pipe and probably have a drink out of the flask.
I like that
For sure.
the splitting the party idea didn't come from me this time. I appreciate that, guys.
Well, I mean, it's not even a full split because like they're right outside.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like they're right outside. But so you guys go in, and there's no like you see inside. There is a stage where you can see people can perform with instrument. Like there's enough on there for a full band to get on there, and it might not be like a fucking Manowar or Metallica concert, but like it's it's a good sized stage. They're definitely a full on group could go up there and perform or do mock battle or whatever the hell, or you could have a full on entourage of dancers. There's enough space on that stage to absolutely get whatever entertainment you're trying to get off. And then there's tables with nice candles. There's bowls of fruit. Reyna passes slightly too close to one of the isolated tables, and she sees like one of the some of the apples just immediately die because they're plant life. And there's that. No one noticed it though, but yeah, you feel like if anybody gets too close with the plant, with the apples or the grapes, it's not gonna go well. But you come in, and It doesn't appear to be too crowded. There's people gathered at, the horseshoe style bar in the center of the room, and you got the stage to the left. It looks like there's quite a few doorways on the right side of the horseshoe, leading into what would be possibly, based on the architecture of the block, leading into other buildings. Maybe all this place is connected in some way. That's that's what it looks like. There's doorways leading further into where the rest of this block was, to the neighboring buildings. But it appears to be fairly calm with a little bit of chitter chatter. There's serving girls. There's a bartender. And it's an assortment of races. You get a couple dwarves in here that got a table to themselves. There's a halfling chilling at a table. There's a lot of humans, half elves and elves sprinkled throughout here. The common races of the area appear to be populating this place, but it's not even a full house. Like, it's not a roaring crowd. There's no music going. It's early in the day too. Like, you guys got up, you went and did your shit at the barracks. It's probably like 9 or 10 a.m. Like, they're still doing breakfast shit. You know, that's kind of the vibes right now. No music. There's not really a fireplace going at the moment. The bartender is not overly busy, and the some of the serving girls are just bringing what few tables are ordering their food. There's, you see scrambled eggs and different different fruits being brought out to various people. There's the smell of meats and potatoes being cooked in the back kitchen. Beyond the horseshoe bar, there's appears to be like a kitchen area behind there. But that's all you see. It's a fairly big common room. There's not really a whole lot of activity, and there's nobody of interest, and you don't see Felix either. That's the atmosphere.
Shoot.
Well.
Do you want to go talk to the? There's like a bartender, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to go talk to the bartender and try to use your womanly wiles on him to get information?
I can. Exactly are we trying to find out?
Where all the big stuff is happening. Because you want to get with all the big stuff.
Okay. So we want to find like where all the crazy stuff is happening, like,
Where they're rolling for dragons.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Alright. I'll go walk up there. Like Jessica Rabbit would.
Yeah. The bartender immediately walks over, says, "Hello, miss, can I help you? Don't believe I've seen you here before."
Yeah, I'm actually visiting. I was told of many great places here to do some fun things. Do you know, where I can possibly enjoy myself a little more?
You can roll persuasion. Normally I would give advantage, but I'm not giving it this time for a reason. I'm not going to get into the reason, but it's just a normal. It would probably normally be disadvantage because you're trying to get like hidden info, but because of your looks, it's not going to be disadvantage, so it's just going to be a wash.
You have? Oh, you did it.
Yeah, this would have been a disadvantage, absolutely, but her form and disguise is going to give it. Yeah, it's gonna help.
I'm gonna use
Absolutely.
my inspiration.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. Proud of you.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, I'm actually pretty good at that. Dirty 20.
Nice.
There's not anybody sitting like directly. Like I said, the bar isn't this place isn't a full house, so I imagine you didn't like sit directly next to someone that's gonna be eavesdropping on your shit, right? So like he kind of leans in. He says, are you a working girl, or are you like what kind of work are you looking for?
I mean, I have a lovely voice, but
Ah, different forms of entertainment. Uh, hey, that's fair. I I think we can probably find work for you here. Yes. I'm not in position to give any hiring out, but I assure you, if you hang out here long enough, particularly in the hours after 6 p.m., that is when things start picking up. If you catch my drift, and more people with the authority hire you and put you on that stage or anywhere else in this facility, they will be here. That's really all I can say.
well, thank you very much. I will see you later. Give a
Do you
little
want?
wink
Would you like a drink or anything? On the house?
on the house. Well, of course.
What do you want? We've got some Elven Moon Drop that was imported from across the world recently. We've got the fine Elven wines. We even have a little bit of that Sun Cider that isn't gonna be around no more because they burned down all them trees. Maybe a glass of that if you want. This is extinct
know
stuff
what?
for probably the next 100 years.
Surprise me.
All right.
Spontaneous.
This isn't it.
He starts looking through different bottles, and he goes in the back. And
I'm gonna
he
watch
goes,
him
"I know what
very
I can do."
closely.
Yeah,
Okay?
I was thinking he's gonna drug the shit out of you.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
was
want to get
thinking.
like roofied or anything.
Okay. Well, make a
Make a
perception check.
check.
Well, make a perception check. That's fine.
15.
It does not look like he's doing anything like that.
Cool.
There
Yep.
isn't. Yeah, he's not doing anything like roofie wise or anything like that. But it does look like he's making some type of D&D style cocktail out of different alcoholic beverages. He goes, "This is a little early in the morning, but I think you can handle this. Just one, you know." And he slides it over. It looks kind of like he made some type of he mixed like some type of elven vodka with some type of like peach schnapps type thing, is what it looks like. He says they call this the Yellow Dragon. This is a drink that's popular all the way over in Kaldire. The elves be drinking this all the time, and I hope you like this. No one orders this. It's one of my favorite drinks.
Well, thank you, handsome, and I'll drink it. I'll be like,
It's up to you
"Okay."
on if you like. Yeah, it's up to you on if you like cocktails like that, with like vodka fruity vibes. He tries to make you something that he feels like a lady that looks like that might drink. Maybe you don't like that at all. Maybe you like whiskey and dwarven bourbon, but he makes that just on the fly and gives it to you.
Raina is very much a fruity drink gal.
Fair.
Um,
Yeah, it's good.
and then I'll drink it and be like, well, I'll see you later, and I'll give him a little wink and then walk.
Make a fortitude save.
Hmm.
Get your ass drugged.
You drunk.
What
Yeah,
is it?
probably
Hold
drunk.
on. What was
It's
that?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Okay.
Oh, did I say fortitude save?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 3-5 in me. I apologize.
That's
Make a
alright.
con saving throw. I am so sorry. I D&D'd 3-5 for way too long. Like,
Okay. Oh, but I get a +1 on saves because of the book. So
or does the book stop you from being like? Oh no, there's no triggering conditions that it makes you immune to. That's
I'm
fair.
immune to diseases.
Disease. Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing like that.
He
can't
gave
get
you
STDs.
hepatitis C from the
That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up, bro. Nah.
18.
18.
Oh, that's pretty.
It was It was for being a fruity drink, it was fairly strong, but you're fine. You feel like maybe drinking those back to back, there might be some, the save might get a little bit harder, but you did fine.
Cool.
I rolled if you rolled like real bad and you failed it by 5, that drink actually got you drunk because it's empty stomach and your character lost a lot of weight from the book. So like
Right.
drinking this drink in the morning on an empty stomach, like maybe that would get you drunk. But that's fine. You're good.
So, while she was rizzing him up, does that make you feel young? I'm using that, anyways. While she's rizzing him up, I would be kind of, I'd be like looking over the walls, and looking over things, that look like, if I was trying to have a secret hidden entrance somewhere, or if I was trying to hide a trap door, I would be looking for stuff like that while she's busy distracting him.
Make a perception check.
Not
I'm giving
investigation.
You can make an investigation check. I'm also saying a perception check as well. You can make an investigation check. Absolutely.
I'm not good at either of these, so I don't know why I really wanted that. My other guy is good at investigation.
Oh, did
No,
you think
Dan?
that one of the rolls gave you a huge bonus?
Yeah, I did. And
Oh,
then,
okay,
and then
okay.
I'm like, I'm not
I mean,
good at it.
I was gonna say, if you want to make that roll, you absolutely can. I'm not gonna punch you, but there is a whole separate reason I'm telling you to make this roll. It's
Okay,
because of what.
Do I get advantage on the perception check?
I'm not gonna give you disadvantage, but I'm gonna. It's regular. You can spend your inspiration to make an advantage if you want to.
If I had some, maybe I would. I got a 4. I got a 4.
Yeah, that's not enough. Sorry.
I'll
Mr. Harvestcraft isn't good.
No. Okay. Then
I am gonna give you an inspiration now, though. I'm gonna give you one now because you're coming up with good ideas. I'm gonna reward it. You're coming up with good ideas.
if I don't
Sad
find
that
any,
that roll. You don't find anything of note. Along the walls, along that.
this wall is really wally.
You can make your investigation check because you're looking for secret doors. Absolutely, please make that roll. You can.
Can I use my inspiration?
You can if you want to. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
The perception check was for something totally different. You didn't see it. That's fine.
I got a 16 on the
Um,
investigation.
you do not notice any secret doors or anything like that. However, you do notice something. There's a painting that catches your eye that's in the far corner off the bar. And it's a painting of a black lotus. It's not an actual black lotus. It's a painting of one, like, almost like it's, almost like it, in real life it would be almost like, Asian style artwork, like maybe from like Japan or Korea. I know there's none of that in, D&D, but that's the art style that it almost looks like how it was done.
Right. I think if I see that and
you see it.
Right. I'd also like to cast Detect Magic to see if that
Is that
lights
is that
anything up.
verbal? Is that verbal and all that? Like, you obviously have to cast the spell.
It's verbal and somatic. So
You start casting it.
yeah. Why not?
As you start casting it, a few people immediately like kind of look over at you. Bartender goes, "Hey, there's no magic in here, man. You can't do that. What are you doing?" You continue to cast the spell. You can complete the spell if you want. No one attacks you, but
I'm
it's
praising
clear.
my god. Give me a moment. Jeez.
You cast the spell.
No, stop.
You stop.
I'll stop.
All right, you don't waste the spell. You were about to, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's
If they
fine.
tell me, if they tell me no,
Uh,
just
he goes, yeah, man, we don't know what you're fucking doing, man. Like, we don't allow that here. Sorry.
so intolerant. And I'll I guess as him, I'll just like wander out looking disgruntled, like stuff like that, and then I'll go to I guess the alleyway they're smoking in and getting drunk in.
That's fair. Does Raina have anything else going on, or did she do most of what she needed to do?
I think that's the information you wanted.
Right, yeah. You just saw Basil get yelled at for trying to cast a spell. You probably would know what spell he was trying to cast because you've seen him do it a number of times. It's not like it's different every time he cast it. It looks like he was doing his investigative stuff, but they snuffed that out real quick.
Assholes.
If you would have cast a spell, the whole place would have lit up like a Christmas tree. Like, no.
Get him! Get his ass!
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys after several minutes they come back out. Nobody seems to fuck with Halward or Milo while they're just standing out there.
Because we're just vibing so hard.
Milo, with his passive 18 in perception, notices there's a few people that give you looks, but you gauge it as like, who the fuck are these new people looks, rather than like they're gonna start to like screw with you looks. You feel like this place has like a common populate, the same faces kind of are in this spot that like you're constantly around, so now you guys are kind of the new guys around. And it's not hostility you're drawing, it's curiosity that you're drawing. But nobody really approaches you or anything. And you hear the constant cries from the merchant stalls is goods of various nature are being enchanted. Enchanted objects are for sale. Various magic items are for sale. Spell components and all that are for sale. There's a lot of things that are for sale on this road, but it mostly seems to be these hodgepodge items that not necessarily like wands or magic swords or magic armor. No one's selling anything like that, but people are selling just these weird things that aren't on your normal want roster, is what it seems. And
So
then Basil and Rain.
We get paid.
Maybe, yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Like some of these things sound interesting. It's
Curiosities.
if you're looking for hardened weapons, this might not be the place to go. But if you're looking for oddities, this might be the place
Some
to.
magical
hit
shit
up.
I can throw at somebody.
But so yeah, Milo and Halward see Raina and Basil coming out in the forms that they have described.
Yeah, I'd probably throw my cloak over myself. So look, not as like I
So I'll start first because I want to. I'll lower my voice. I'm obviously whispering. I was like, there was a lotus, a black lotus, in a painting. I forgot what the code word was, and I was like, "Fuck!" Howard is always repeating that. He's always code word. Oh, code word.
it's the bug problem.
Right. Yes. Yes. But I can also I'll go back. I can just go back in there as not this guy as well with my hat.
That was probably pretty smart. You should do that and see what happens.
Yeah, I didn't even talk to him. I just they caught me trying to cast detect magic, but they're so scared they didn't even like throw me out. I just like left.
Well,
Yeah, bad vibes. Bad vibes.
You should go in there and see what they say when you say that. But make sure you don't say it like point blank, like I got a bug problem. Make it sound like a little, inconspicuous. You do that? Just make it a good one-liner. Make it a good one-liner, and you should be able to do it.
Sure. All it is I got a bug problem.
Well, it's like I got a bug problem.
I'm gonna
I
need
need
the
some
whole...
raid. Hold on, let me go back into my little notebook that I keep on my body at all times.
That was.
So, Rita, what'd you find out while you were in there?
The bartender was very helpful. He
Nice.
said that I needed to come back past 6 o'clock. And he wants to hire me to sing, but he can't do it. Also, I got a free drink.
Nice. Is it good?
It was pretty good.
What did it taste like?
Very
Mhm.
strong liquor and some peach.
Could you tell where it was grown?
No.
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 It's not been that good then.
Yeah, I was thinking about nobles and so-called like refined palates or whatever.
Jesus Christ, my notebook. You would think I would bookmark this shit, but I just can't.
The closest drink that comes to in real life is a Sex on the Beach. Actually, it's missing the cranberry juice. That's it.
Oh. Well,
Basically, that was a D&D Sex on the Beach. I just looked up the ingredients.
No.
Yeah, basically that's all you gotta ask for is ask about a bug problem.
A bug.
You could say anyone. You could say something like anyone hear about like a fire beetle problem that they need help extinguishing.
Yeah,
Something like
clear.
that.
I wrote, ask about bug problem. Clear bug problem.
Yes.
That's all. I just ask about bug problem.
Not straight out. You have to.
Like, go in there and have a funny accent and be like, "Hey man, I got a fucking bug and I just can't kill it with my shoe. Every time I try to step on it, it doesn't die. Do you know how to fix that?" Something like that. A little less Mexican, or whatever that race is.
What's up?
Exactly, whatever that race is.
Okay. Yeah. Could I go further into an alley where people couldn't see me from the streets?
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, and then I'll just change myself to look 45-year-old man, kind of like a little bit weathered skin.
Okay.
Black
You're
hair,
gonna
salt and pepper.
you're gonna go back in there and try again.
Yeah,
Okay.
salt and pepper, look fairly refined. You know, like he works out, has a little bit of scars on him. Like he's a
Okay.
tough son of a bitch.
This guy sounds
Okay,
real
no,
fucking familiar,
that's fair.
Basil. Sounds like me.
It does. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, and I'll
that's fine. And you're gonna go back in.
yeah, why not?
All right. Bio break time. It's
Yes.
10
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
I'm glad the party feels that way.
I need
I
to make some yogurt.
wanted to
I
go
need
for a while.
to.
All right, pause the stream. We will be right back.
We are good. Whoa.
Back, everybody, with today's D&D 5th edition homebrew game. And we will continue right where we left off. Basil, you redisguised yourself. Gonna do round 2. Stocks.
I'm 45 this time.
Yep. Okay, so you go back in.
Okay.
You go back in. Same ordeal. Not gonna go through what you see. You already know what you see. Anyone watching knows what you see. And as you walk in, the bartender gives you a glance and says, "Good morning, sir. Can I get you anything? Meal, beverage?
Get me.
Have you seen anywhere?"
Okay. I'll take a seat. Oh, get me just your cheapest beer, whatever.
Got you, sir. He goes to work, and not very long after a serving girl brings you the drink. That'll be 3 copper
I'll produce
plus any gratuities.
I'll just give a silver.
Oh, he's
it's a
wicked happy.
It's a bit easier than.
Yeah.
Yep, she hands you the beverage, and she comes back with a lemon wedge for you too.
Sorry.
It's a
I'll.
lucky day.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say. I can't believe I've been dealing with this. My son, he's been bringing ants into the house, and I can't get him to stop. It's a fucking problem.
You say this to the serving girl?
No, I say it to the bartender.
Oh, okay. He looks at you and says, "Oh, I thought you sat at a table." Then, yeah,
No, I'd
that's
sit.
fine. The serving girl still brought you the drink. He went in the back to attend to something. That's fine. I thought you sat at a table. My bad.
No.
Okay, so so he comes back and you say this, and the bartender go, "Ants, huh? Well, you can go to the apothecary. They got oils and herbs for that. I think they don't they?" He looks to the serving girl and she goes, "Oh yeah, they got stuff for that. Vermin controls and things like that. Absolutely."
You think they can deal with the bug problem?
He make a actually
Advantage.
I have to make a roll. You actually don't have to make a roll. This is a roll for me to make actually.
It's not on me, guys.
I have to make the roll.
It's not on me. It's out of my hands.
He looks at you. He goes, "Hang on, I might have something for you for that actually. Let me check in the back here." The serving girl goes and starts waiting on other tables.
That was my first thought.
You hear at a table, or you see some. You still have the comprehend languages up, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay. What's your passive perception? Yeah, what's your passive perception? It's probably high enough.
12.
Yeah, it actually is high enough because they're not trying to be stealthy. You notice 2 people that have had a table the entire time. Now, before you weren't really looking at it, hence your roll of like a perception roll of like an 8 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't see it before. Now you see some movements and your eyes go in that direction. There are some pale-skinned humans in traveling cloaks, and they're talking with their hands. And you understand that because it's a language.
Hell yeah.
And one of them, they both look like they're male, and they have pale skin, and they're in traveling cloaks and gear and garb. That's all it looks like. You don't really see weapons other than the basic weapons. One of them says, "That's the guy." He just talked about a bug problem. This is the guy, the other guy says, no, we're looking for an old man. And then the other guy goes, that guy's, maybe that's old to him. Like, maybe he's stupid. That could be old. I mean, when do people die in this town? And then he's like, oh, they're dying a lot younger now. And then they start laughing about it. And they're,
full degenerate, huh?
yeah, so, and then, like, they glance over at you, and, I mean, are you obviously staring them down, or are you just, like, trying to compose?
I've got my head, like, slightly turned in
Okay.
the direction.
Alright,
I'm not trying to be too obvious, but...
Alright, alright. You gather these guys are not aware that you're watching, and they're like, come on, look at this guy. He's in here talking like that. He's that old. That's him. We've been here for a while. It's gotta be him. No one showed yesterday, no one showed the day before, now this guy comes in talking about that. That's the old guy, clearly.
Oh.
Alright, we'll bring him over. And one of them goes over to you, and the bartender comes back and he says, I was just looking for those herbs, actually, and I can't find any. And then at this point, the guy from the table makes his way over to you. He goes, we have the herbs he's looking for, I think. We'll have a discussion with him. And he says to you, heard about your problem. I think I can help. Here to have a seat with us.
I'd love to. And he'll just give, like, a little smile.
He goes back to the table, and these are two humans that it doesn't look like, they look a lot like, they have similar skin complexions to the beings that you encountered very early on in the campaign during the bridge thing. And that is the only time you've seen people that have, like, this pale of complexion and dressed.
Yeah, and he wasn't there
in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't there for that. I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry.
We described
Fair.
it
You
too,
didn't.
Basil.
Okay,
We
no,
described
that's
it
fair.
too.
No, that's fair. I apologize. That's me as a DM getting some shit wrong. These guys. All right. So yeah, these are just. Well, the party talked about it, right? Too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed
Okay.
it. These
Okay,
freaky
so-
pale people.
I might recognize them on description, but I wouldn't be like...
Right. You don't recall. Yeah, you don't
Saw that
recall
guy.
people like this. Right. Yeah, you don't recall people like this being seen or fighting with people like this.
Right.
They sit down with you. They appear to be both probably between the age of like 20 and 30, and they speak in common. And one that didn't approach you, the other one who's been sitting down the whole time, who was a little bit skeptical of if it was you or not. He says, so you're the guy?
I'm the guy.
Full deception.
With advantage, because they think I'm the guy.
Yep. Actually, yes. Given the situation, I actually will give you advantage. Absolutely.
Cultists are about to get fired, dude.
I got a dirty 20.
He says, I just want you to know that you're really, really, really lucky. Bug problem's been dealt with. We don't need bugs anymore. We do, however, need, we're ready for the next stage of things. See, the bugs did their job. They did their job, they spread the panic, but we don't need them anymore. And to be honest, if you showed up when you were supposed to, you'd have been killed, because that's what happened to all the other bugs that were doing all that shit. So, you being late actually saved your fucking life. How about that?
I'm better than all the other bugs.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. First and foremost, what were you told?
What What was I told?
Yeah, and that's what I said, right?
To spread panic, to rile up the masses, to make chaos.
Okay, absolutely true. Uh, what were you told about the next stage, if anything?
Not enough.
This guy's full of shit. Kill him. Roll initiative, Tyler.
Initiative?
I roll initiative.
That'd be
Okay.
right. He's a middle-aged man. We're about to watch Tyler get murdered by Buford and Duford over here.
Who?
No, I was thinking like maybe I should send Tyler a message like, hey.
We should have had like a hey, I'll call you in 5 minutes type
Yeah.
shit. We didn't really.
If
think
he
that
gives
one.
us a chance, I'll send one.
You should have
but-
said the contact's out back. You need to come out in the street, and we could just bum rush them.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
All right. What'd you get on your initiative?
Two.
Oh,
Boy, 2, huh? All right. Well, I did happen to beat a 2. I did it twice, in fact. So these guys are
crazy.
gonna go. These guys are gonna go first.
At least they attacked me. At least I can claim self-defense.
There are many ways you can spin this one because they're going first. Absolutely.
It was the plan the whole time.
Yep.
like you could just be like, I was just trying to ask about this bug problem.
Oh,
I
He's
have
the
ants
guy.
in my house.
He's the guy
my
though.
son won't stop bringing them in.
How's he bring him in, Tyler? What someone asked you that? How do they bring him in? Get
He
sugar
gets like
cubes in his pockets?
cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets like cookies, and then he just like
He's just
he-
walking them back into the house.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So you need to do some parental disciplinary action.
I'm just not there often enough, but when I get home at like 10 p.m., it really like, you know, after a long night of drinking, it really like pisses me off.
Oh, yeah.
So one guy stands, and he immediately draws a dagger, and he's gonna make
Hey, big
makes
boy.
2 attacks.
Okay.
Now you are sitting down prone, and he is currently standing.
Is sitting
Does get
considered
advantage.
prone? Is sitting considered prone? Are we saying sitting is prone? Because
I'm gonna say yes because before you can even get up and start using your feet mobilely to dodge, he's on his feet swinging. So I'm gonna say yes, he does get advantage on this, but he's not getting like sneak attack or any of that garbage. He's not. I'm not giving that because of this.
Where's my
Absolutely not.
plot armor now?
I'll write a letter about it.
I got a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Buford's pretty good.
He had
hits
advantage. Let's
you.
calm down.
Yeah, you managed to get yourself a good chunk out of the way, and he only scrapes you for 6 points of slashing across your
Oh.
cheek.
That's
The
just
next
making me look
attack
hotter.
the next attack missed. I only rolled like a 14. I assume that misses.
Yeah.
Does
I
it
like
have
it.
disguise like drop whenever you get attacked? How does that work?
No. So basically, what would happen is he would hit me, and the thing, where stuff wouldn't line up, maybe the knife would come in a bit deeper if I was skinnier or something like that, and it'd be like, oh, I thought it would hit like 2 inches ago, and it'd be like, that's weird, or like the cut across my face wouldn't actually show as a cut.
Yeah.
So.
And the next guy gets up and comes around the other side of the table the long way, and he swings through.
The long
That's
way.
that's a miss. This one will hit though. That's a 20. That's a 23 to hit. This one will hit. 5 points of slashing.
I'm good.
So they start swinging like maniacs, right? Like this isn't very. It was with advantage, but you can only, you think that once you stand and start fighting, those attacks are not going to hit.
Are people looking over now? Now that
Oh,
they're
yeah,
starting to
yeah,
gank
yeah.
me?
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
have-
like, the
Yeah, go ahead.
bartender, the bartender is like, hey, knock that shit off! Put the weapons down! And he goes behind the counter. It's up to you. It's on you now with a 2.
Do we hear anything? Do I hear anything with my passive perception outside?
Let's see. I'm gonna generate some waste shard thing. We'll see how fucking lazy it is.
Raina just
Yeah,
sent
you
me a
hear
message.
the bartender yelling loud, but you don't know what he said. It just sounds like the bartender starts screaming, and like there's no all other noise seems to be cut off.
Okay.
There's still people talking in this. Yeah, nobody else heard that. What's up, Star?
Oh, only Milo heard that?
What's your passive perception?
Oh, 13. Oh, wait. Yeah, 13.
Yeah, you didn't hear that, but Milo did
Okay,
hear it.
never mind.
Yeah, just before that shout, I would have been like, "Finally, I found it." How much longer are we gonna be in this part of town? I don't like it.
I don't know, until Basil was goofing around in there.
We
Yeah, I can check in on him in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, I think he.
Give him a
he just
few
learned
more
that.
minutes. Yeah.
you
Just give him a
see.
few more minutes. He can handle.
I'm gonna post this in Gen Chat. You
Wow,
see
cool.
Milo pull that mask out that he has. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna put this on. I don't want anyone coming up to me. I want to look crazy, so I'm gonna wear this."
You have that
Oh.
mask?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have an alabaster mask, and I just looked it up to see what that would look like. I'm like, sweet, perfect. So I pull that out of my bag and I put it on. I'm like, how's it look?
What if that's what the cultists wear?
Creepy.
Well, I don't know. Then maybe people will stay away from me more.
We need,
And-
we need to get you. We need to buy you like a cloak that like makes your body shrouded in shadows. And you just walk around like that, and scare people.
And then I hear the
That sounds
bartender shout, and I'm like,
terrifying.
oh shit. The bartender's shouting. Something's going on.
Oh, should I check in on Basil?
But you, all of us, I don't know.
Oh, I can send a message.
Or we could run in there?
Oh yeah. Basil, make your turn. These guys are having this discussion while this initiative's going on. So you make your attack, and then something's gonna happen that might give the party incentive to do something immediately. We'll see what happens.
When you say the bartender goes behind the bar, is he like hiding or is he like
Oh, yeah,
getting
he
a
went prone.
shotgun?
He's
Okay.
getting a shotgun. That's what
Okay,
I'm
I
talking
was
about.
like, got it. He's getting a
What's your
shotgun out.
no? What's your passive insight?
15.
He's with his he was going to retrieve a weapon behind the bar.
He's getting a shotgun.
You saw the look on his face, and he's like, "Oh no, motherfucking hooligans at this time in the morning? Absolutely not." He was not scared. He's not going down out of fear. Like he's retrieving something.
I will. What was I casting earlier? Oh, I decided not to cast it, so I don't have any constant. I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself, and then I don't know that I'll draw my weapon yet. I'll probably I think I'll just try to hold on to one of them. I'll try to grapple him.
Okay.
Like the guy who attacked me, the first one.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. I'm not that strong. I know I'm not that strong.
Your other character.
Yeah, I know. What'd you get? It would be
It was athletics, right?
yeah.
Well, if he's trying to grapple you, your character Tom can make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Right.
I got a 13.
I got just slightly higher than that actually. I just looked up their he manages to pull away from you.
Yeah, and I'll retrieve my shield from my back, or wherever
Okay,
I
that's
stored
fine.
it. But I won't draw my weapon. I won't do that. I'll end my turn. I think I'm
I'm
okay.
the victim.
I am the victim. They
few-
attacked me.
Few people at the sight of this sudden melee and blood, dripping to the ground from the lacerations to your face. A few people scuttle out in a panic. Too early in the morning for this level of shit. These aren't your rogues and scoundrels and adventurers. These are just people that came in here for some porridge and some eggs, and that's not happening now. And everybody out front, Reyna, Milo, all you guys that are conversing, see people starting to mill out in a panic. There is clearly something going on. Obviously, if you guys want to roll initiatives for the top of this round to do anything that you want, your adventurer senses have effectively kicked in, and it would not at all be metagaming to do something.
Oh shit! There's a fleeing crowd. Maybe we should go.
My senses are tingling.
Yeah.
16.
They were tingling prior to that. You got a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yep. Now I got to open up the initiative order because now we've got.
Bad blood. Oh. Be a good one. I don't know why they attacked me. Like, they're testing me. Clearly, they're like hazing me.
All right. Reyna got a 16. Milo and Hal.
22.
14.
No ones.
Nope.
It's a bit upsetting. Let me fly my vein into your heart. Keep me leaning into your heart. Pull me in and out to keep me casting. Maybe I should stop and stop.
First to act is Milo.
I just turned to the two of them. I'm like, I'm going in there. And as I'm running, are we next to the door? I don't remember how far we are from the door.
We're like across the street kind of thing.
Oh, were we
Yeah,
across
you're
the street?
like-
Oh, okay.
You're probably like 20 feet from the door.
Okay, so
Like, you just
yeah.
cross the road, go up the stairs, which those stairs are not difficult terrain to go up. You're like 20 feet.
Okay, yeah, I have 30 feet, so I would...
So yeah, you can get into the establishment.
Yeah, I would, as I'm going up the stairs, pull my bow out off my back. And then right as I go through the door, I'll knock an arrow. And what do I see?
You see there's a couple people that have scattered to the corner, the right corner of the room, sort of near where the fireplace is. You don't see the bartender. Some of the serving girls, both of the serving girls that you see have gone to opposite. Like, one is behind where the commotion is happening. The other is down over by the fireplace. The rest of the customers have left. You don't see the bartender. The only people in the room doing anything other than like in a state of like, I don't know, they don't know what's going on, is Basil, who you see. Did you see what Basil looked like when he walked in there?
Yeah,
I think I would have walked by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you see Basil in his disguise with his shield of faith up, and there are two paler-skinned humans fighting him. They each have a dagger in hand, and they don't seem to have too much armor, if any. They're in like traveling garb, and they are assaulting him. And it doesn't look like Basil has drawn his weapon yet. He's standing. His chair is overturned because he stood up in a hurry and casted his spells, and he's got his shield up, and it looks like he's on the defensive.
I will let that arrow loose on whichever one's closest.
Sure, absolutely. That would be the one to Basil's right. Make an attack.
22.
Hit. Absolutely.
Okay. That's 6 damage.
Arrow cleanly sails through the air and thunks into the shoulder blade of this man who was not aware of you at first. His eyes were entirely on the paladin, and he screams out in pain, and he looks over at you, and he's like, oh shit, this goddamn agent has backup. Kill him quick. Now it goes on.
Well, I got another attack.
Yeah, they clearly thought you were an undercover agent by the sound of it.
I wasn't.
Is what it seems to be. Yep.
I'm gonna shoot another arrow.
Okay.
Now it looks like a sting operation.
And when I ran in, I had that mask on, so they're seeing this creepy little halfling with a pointy alabaster mask on.
Ooh, I'm the bug king.
Yeah, same dude. Oh, that's a 1, so thank fucking God.
Add that to my list.
Man, that halfling racial ability is pulling its weight
Yep.
in this campaign. Let me tell you. That's like I'm gonna start keeping a chart.
17 to hit.
Oh, you hit. Yeah, you hit.
All right.
Same one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 11.
11 damage. Holy shit. Yeah, he's hurt. He didn't like that.
And then they see a mastiff come in right behind me.
Woof. Woof woof.
The guy who you didn't shoot, he's like, who the fuck is this? Like, he's actually surprised. Like, this caught him off guard.
How far are they from the door?
They are they're about 35 feet from the door.
Okay.
They can't get past you unless they've got some good running abilities or bonus actions or something.
Yeah, Nyx will just post up right next to me, snarling. I'll be like, what was it? I could get 10 feet in. Yeah, I'll probably would have been like 5 feet inside the door, so that anybody behind me could get through it, and I'm not in the way.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
That was a good turn. Good turn. With that, I think Rain is next with a 16. Outside, quick to the initiative. Like, I like it.
I'm gonna drop my disguise self.
Oh boy.
Try to keep my hood up. But we'll see. And then I'm gonna go as far as I can. I really want to cast a spell, but it's a bad idea. Okay.
I cast fireball.
That's what I was thinking. I'm not gonna lie. I
The
really
establishment?
wanna cast it. I
Yeah.
really want to cast it, but we have to be back. Okay.
I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball.
Unfortunately, Reina's not chaotic like that.
If she,
Okay.
she's not neutral good, is she?
I don't know, actually. I haven't.
Because
fit-
casting fireball in the inn is the least neutral good thing in the game. Like, that's why I ask. I can see reason for every other alignment to possibly do it, but not neutral good.
Actually, I picked chaotic good. I don't know if that's.
I could even wing chaotic good doing this if you actually wanted to, without there being moral. It's pretty chaotic to do, and you're doing it in a what you'd believe to be maybe a criminal establishment. I could swing it to where not that bad.
No, I might hit Basil.
That's true too.
She doesn't.
I guess I won't cast it. Okay.
The
Can I get
the
all
good
the way
alignment
there?
takes rain.
Can I get all the way there though?
In the inside the building?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then I will just cast.
Yeah, you can get right beside Milo basically because you have the same movement.
I every time I cast suggestion, it doesn't do what I want. So I'm not gonna do that.
Suggestion is a tricky combat spell.
Yeah.
When it works, it's one of those stories you tell for the next 50 years of your life. But 99 times out of 100, it doesn't do that. That's what I find with suggestion in combat. Out of combat, it's a brilliant spell. It's one of the most game-changing.
My favorite spell, or I cast it a lot, Magic Missile. 3rd level. So I can get this done
boy.
over with. So that gives me.
There's one with 2 arrows sticking out of them, and then there's one that looks fresh.
Okay,
Certified fresh.
I'll let Milo deal with that one then. Okay.
There's one that's well on his way to the Boromir reenactment triathlon, and
Hell yeah. I like it.
So I get 5 of them.
oh man, in the book he took a lot of arrows, a lot more than 3.
I'll do 4 to the fresh one and then 1 to the other one.
Okay. All right, roll it up, please.
4, 5 for that one.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And actually, I'm gonna get 4, 8, 9, 13 points.
13 points to the fresh one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Reyna just unloads a concussive volley of missiles that just most of them hit the fresh one, and one of them blasts the hurt guy right in the face, and he doesn't go down, but both of them look hurt. Like the one guy clearly is not fresh no more. The other one doesn't look like he can take too much of this. And you see they both look a little bit uneasy now with the situation. They were ready to gank Azel. They were ready to continue fighting with Milo. Now there's a warcaster on the scene. The panic is setting in. All of you see it. Like, Basil physically sees what little bit of color is left in one of their faces is gone now. He's chalk. Is that it for Reyna?
Yep.
Oh boy. I think it's Hal's turn now. Yup, Halward. Oh, but wait, there's more. We got the Billy Mays offer for these guys.
I love it.
I actually am not going to go into the building and fight. I'm going to stay on the outside and watch for anyone that looks suspicious. I want to spend my whole turn pretty much just doing the action of searching, just to see if I see any suspicious people in the crowd, and/or just maintain position if they try to leave the establishment, kind of thing. Makes sense.
What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry. Not all of it. I heard most of it. Just the last part.
I was saying I want to stay outside just to kind of maintain position if they try to leave.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, you get I'm gonna give you an inspiration for that, if you don't have one. Someone's gonna watch the escape route or make sure that no further threats go in without it being detected. I like it.
Plus, I don't want to just give up the whole cover of me in town instantly.
That's fair. Also fair. Okay, that's fair. The other two look a little bit unsure of what to do. One of them, he's gonna try to attack Basil, and he gets advantage on both the attacks.
Typical. Oh, did I not stand up? I would have stood up.
Pack tactics.
He's a wolf.
I didn't know he was a rat. Or kobold.
They have the benefits of pack tactics. actually.
They are actually just
I
a
don't-
bunch of rats stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right. They're a bunch of they're rat swarms in humanoid cloaks. Casting disguise self is what it's. I got a 21 or no a 20 to hit you, which shouldn't hit you, especially with your shield of faith.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a 23
Right.
is my
So
AC.
yeah, no, neither. So both of these attacks don't even come close, even with the pack tactics. The other one says in Thieves' Cant. You were able to tell what he says, even though he doesn't know. He says, "I'm sorry, brother," in the next life, and then he uses his bonus action to disengage.
Yep.
And he's gonna hightail it out. However, when he has to do his normal move to leave, both Reyna and Milo get opportunity attacks on him.
If he,
If he disengages, he doesn't get attacked at all.
I have the
by Basil.
I no,
Oh,
I
you
have
have
the
Sentinel.
Sentinel feat.
Oh, you have
so
something else.
He
You have something
provokes
else. You have
even
something
if
else.
it says
Yes,
even
he
if
does.
they take the disengage
Okay,
action.
so go ahead.
So
You know,
I get-
you didn't. I forgot about that, but yeah, it goes off. Absolutely. So before Milo even does anything, you get that attack.
Well, it was only an 11, so
Bro, let me check. You'd be surprised how bad this AC is, man.
it cannot be lower than an 11 or
Oh, bro, I beg
or
to
an
differ.
11.
I beg to differ. All right, fair. They got very light armor under those under those
Yeah.
traveling cloaks. That's
I'd be
fine. You barely missed. You
Right.
barely missed.
Yeah.
So it goes past that, then it does its normal move past Reyna and Milo.
So if I see him running towards me and there's, what did you say, 30, 35 feet between?
Yeah.
Could you say that I was able to get my dagger ready instead of my bow to attack him with the dick?
I'm allowing you. I'm allowing you as part of the action to draw your damn dagger. So
Okay.
You don't do an unarmed attack. You're a fucking adventurer. You know how to do it. I'm not gonna punish that. Go right ahead. Absolutely.
Alright.
And also, when you do your attack action, as part of that action, you may draw a weapon,
Okay.
like a melee weapon,
Gotcha.
and that isn't a free interaction with the environment. So you could draw a weapon as an interaction with it, and then draw a whole different weapon as part of your attack, according to a longtime DM friend of mine.
So this
He
one,
said this.
this one running through, is this the less damaged one?
No, this is the one that's got arrows in him and is all fucked up.
Gotcha.
He's
Okay.
cowardice has hit, and he knows that the end is nigh.
Okay, I got a 27 to hit.
Oh my god, dude.
I rolled a
Bro, that
19
hits
and it's
Orcus.
+8.
Bro, that hits Orcus, man. You're clearly hitting this guy. That fucking hits most deities.
Alright. What is that? So that's 8 damage.
Oh man, let me take a look at his health. Actually, I think you might have gutted him.
They both died.
Yeah, no, he died. He died. You killed him on the floor. You literally killed him on the floor.
Good, because I was gonna use extinguish whatever that spell is.
Just
Yeah,
got
that
Oh.
one.
Well, the one in front of you's still alive.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one that's dead.
Away.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want one alive, man.
Yeah. I figured that.
If we kill him, we don't have any leads.
Yeah. So he's dead.
All right. He says, so before Basil goes, bartender comes out from behind the counter with a heavy crossbow.
There's a shotgun.
And, yep, his version of the shotgun, and he points it at this pale-skinned man, and he says, "Drop it! Enough of this ruckus! Marcia, go wake Felix. Get his ass down here.
Oh no.
Tell him there's a commotion in the establishment. You don't like being woken up this early. You're fucked, kid. You're absolutely fucked."
Who's he saying that
says,
to?
He says that to the guy with the short hair and the pale skin.
Oh.
He says, "Everybody else, get out of here. I'll deal with this. We'll be open in 2 hours."
When he
Yeah, I
said
mean, if he
that,
says
Can
Felix,
can I,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
make
he's looking
you
at you
step
guys. He goes, "Yeah,
out?
that means y'all." He goes,
Oh,
"Yeah,
okay,
that means
never mind.
y'all. This ain't the guards matter anymore. I'm taking care of this. Marsha, go leave now." And you see one of the serving girls skedaddles out of the front entrance.
Just skadoodles. Scooby Doo's out.
yeah, as soon as he says Felix, I look over at Reina and I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Why?
You can stay if you want, but I look like Reina right now, so.
Kill him.
How are we gonna get him?
Yeah, but he's telling us to leave. So if we stay, this guy's got a sword in his hand.
He's
Okay,
got a
cool.
crossbow.
A heavy
Oh, crossbow, sorry.
We make the cut and we killed the barkeep.
Oh, don't we want to come back later, anyways?
Or I guess
From the
I'm
right
gone.
room, a couple lightly armored, what look like bouncer type figures that aren't
Never mind.
needed in this level of the morning. They come milling in through the right section, and there's 5 of them, and they're like, "What's going on here?" And the bartender goes, "This one here is trying to kill people. That one there failed. Start cleaning this up. Felix is gonna be here probably in the next 5 minutes, and he's gonna be fucking pissed. What are you all doing here? Get out of here. This ain't your bit." He's looking at the party now. He's looking at Milo and Basil. He's like, "You gotta get the fuck out of here. You didn't do anything wrong. I gotta clean up this mess. We'll be open in 2 hours, and all the drinks and meals are on me. I'm so sorry this happened. Felix will probably he'll toss you a trinket or two. You want the loot off of these bodies? It's done. Just please get out of here." And they're treating you like you're innocent. Like, as far as you're concerned, you weren't the bad guy here.
I am innocent.
Yeah, you are innocent. Exactly.
Yeah. I lean down since I just killed him. I'll lean down and search his body before I exit the door.
All right. Based on how well you roll is how quick of a search you do, because you need a little bit of time. But you
Yep.
can go ahead and make a perception or an investigation check of your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Do perception.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank fucking God, I rolled a natural goddamn 20.
Okay. Here we're gonna do a little bit of a random. I'm gonna have everything that you roll because this is just one body. But this was technically a fucking encounter.
Yeah.
So we are going to roll up some random loot.
It's crazy. He has the hand of
This
Vecna
encounter was
again.
supposed. Yeah, this encounter was possibly planned in a. Yeah, he. Oh my God, he had the hand of Vecna on him. Holy fuck! What the fuck was he doing with this? Let me see. All right, roll a d100 there, Craig.
You got it.
Good natural 20.
69.
9. Hell yes. That better be something crazy.
Roll 2d4 for me.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
1 and a 2.
Find in his satchel there's a couple objects of interest that look like beyond the normal loot. Let's take a look. I like how it tells me to roll on this table and then I don't know. Oh, there's the table. Got it. All right. Roll 2d10 for me, Craig.
2d10.
You can roll me a joint too,
A
like
9 and a 1.
There's a silver ewer, and there is a embroidered silk handkerchief on his body. Actually, I think there is roll a single d4 for me. Because you actually rolled good on that loot.
What was the first thing
and
you said?
I'm having
Silver
it,
what?
too. EWER. And
Computer.
escapes me what the fuck that is. I should know what that is.
All right, I got a 2 on the D4.
Oh yeah. That it's like a fucking pitcher. It's basically like a pitcher.
All right.
It's an
His own
older
personal
word
cup.
for pitcher. Yeah, it's like a pitcher. Yeah.
All right. It was
It's a
a
small one.
2 on the D4.
2 on the D4. Okay.
Shot glass.
Yeah, this stuff looks just like random shit that he probably looted or pickpocketed off of somebody else or stole it. Like, this looks like loot that he stole. Like, why would he have an ewer on him? On his body, you know? He obviously probably stole this from the kitchen, actually. It's probably from this establishment. Alright. Able B, huh? Alright. Roll a D100, Greg.
Holy cow! All right.
And I halved all the loot, so like it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot more if you got the better roll, but it's fine.
82.
82. Oh wow. Okay. Haven't seen this item in like ever. Let me see what the description on this is before I start saying anything. Definitely gonna allow it in the game, but let me read this. See what I'm getting myself into now. He rolled the Darn's interest for instant fortress. No, I'm just joking. What do we got? It is a vial of liquid of some kind. That is what you can tell. I'm looking it up to see what the color of it is.
Okay.
Oh. It's the color of. It's like rose. It's like rose hued.
Okay. And then I will GTFO if that's all I find. No money or anything.
That is
on him?
all you find? Yeah. No money.
Okay.
There was
All
no money on this guy. And then the bouncers are quite literally just about pushing you guys out, and if you don't leave, then it will be initiative, and then they're gonna try to make you leave. So does the party group out? Do they usher out after Milo quickly does what he does, grabbing the stuff out of the satchel?
Yeah, I leave.
Yeah, I'll like wipe my own blood off me, and then I'll leave.
Yeah. So you guys start leaving, going over the walking.
Oh, could I say
corpse.
something to the bartender before I go?
Yeah, he's looking at you. He's like, "I'm sorry about this, sir. This usually doesn't happen here. It's been known to happen occasionally. What do you say to him, though?
Can I come back tonight? Is that okay?
You all are welcome back here in 2 freaking hours if you want to. But boss is gonna come in here, have a word with this one, and that's that.
Do you know what their deal was? They
What
didn't
deal?
provide me with. They didn't provide me with any herbs or anything.
I think you
They
were
kinda just
bamboozled.
attacked me.
I think they were trying to kill you. And there's rules about killing people in this establishment. You don't do it without permission. You ask. And he goes, just joking, of course. There's no murder in the establishment. He points the crossbow at him, like aggressively, like doing the flinch thing at him from a distance. And with that, you guys are basically ushered out by the bouncers.
I would say, could I have a drink with the boss when I come back?
If Felix ain't too busy, I'll put in a word, sure. He kind of owes you that much, right? So
Right.
he.
I've got to get
you-
these
you-
looked at.
Yeah, you guys are then ushered out. The doors are closed, and you hear the door latch from the other side. And now you're in the streets. There's some people kind of looking like, oh shit, like something just went down in that establishment. But nobody starts asking questions. A couple people are maybe eyeballing you because clearly you were involved. Like you're wiping blood off, and you have a cut on your cheek. Like clearly you were involved. But no one's saying anything about it. You were let out, and that's all people need to know.
we go rejoin Hal?
Push
Yeah.
up against the side of a building, one leg back, cool guy.
Taking a long drag
Yeah.
of a smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hal. During that, you heard people like a couple people like, "Yo, what's going on in the stocks?" And someone goes, "Not my business. Don't care. It's not me in trouble." People are acting like this sometimes might happen, but it's not unheard of. But like, no one wants to get involved. Everyone's kind of looking the other way. It's
Yeah.
like in the '80s when like the mob hit somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Many people saw it. But nobody saw it. You know, like that type of thing.
So when we get to Hal,
And-
I'll take my mask
Yep.
off, and I'll just say, Hal, you remember those creepy fuckers on the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
there
little
were-
pell bitches.
There were two of them in there. One's dead, and they are. I'm saying this like quiet, like basically up to his ear. I'm like, and they're keeping the other one. And guess who owns the place and is going to be there in a couple minutes?
Kerry Fukunaga.
Capital F ELIX.
Oh, Felix.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm.
What
So-
are they doing with the dead one?
What are they doing?
Yeah, are they gonna bury them? What are they,
Oh,
what do
I
they do
don't.
with them?
I don't know. I found some stuff on them, but we can talk about that later.
Sorry to come in and help y'all. I was trying to just make sure that no one came in after you.
Oh, we did all right.
They actually weren't that tough. I didn't even attack them.
Hazel won the fight without even swinging. That's true.
Had my posse.
So did y'all get in trouble for?
No, we were
Actually,
just told to leave.
I
Come back in
actually
2
got
hours.
A meeting with Felix. So we're like this.
Sounds like a good time to
Uh,
assassinate him.
I'd like to interrogate him.
Well, if we could poison him. Actually, if we could do something to make it to where he was so afraid of his life, he'd give us information.
As the two of them are talking, I'm looking around to see if anyone's listening.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Will do. Ooh, it's just a 10.
No one's listening.
It's tough to say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around and there's a lot of noise, but there are people that are just chilling near the sides of the streets that, you know, could easily be hearing this if they're very perceptive like you are. So it's tough for you to say. It does not look like anyone is overtly just, you know, grilling your party or blatantly eavesdropping. There are better places to discuss this than the busy, bizarre street literally across from the establishment that this just happened in.
That's what I was about. To,
Like
that's what
that.
I was about to
Yeah,
say.
that-
Like, let's talk about this somewhere else. Let's go.
To the inn.
Yeah, let's go.
Eagle, slaughtered eagle.
Yeah, you guys go back to the inn with Milo's newfound loot.
I assume we'll just go to one of the rooms, right?
My room this time, because that's where.
Catch up
the-
our ASMR friend.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to change it up, to be honest.
So, Reina, are you able to identify things?
I can. It's gonna take me about 10 minutes.
I mean, that's fine. We have time. I hope we have time.
Yeah,
I hand you.
I can do one if you need me.
Oh, might not need to on the other ones, but I hand you the vial of liquid, so you can figure out what it is.
Okay. I will cast Identify as a ritual.
And then while you're doing that, I'll pull out the handkerchief and the pitcher that you were, and I'll look at what's the embroidery on the handkerchief.
It's just standard silver thread and like black and silver thread patterns,
Mm.
typically of upper class nobility. This type of thing is found in the country lands of Niln and Yofel area, where the nobility will carry things like this. In case allergies or something, whatever, you're not like blowing snot like a savage beast everywhere. They'll use the handkerchiefs, and this one, and a lot of people use that period. But this is what the nobility would use and carry. So somebody of value at one point had this and lost it.
Right.
Gather.
I'll just like quickly flash it. And I'll say it's just a handkerchief, and I'll put it back in my bag. And then, is there anything on the pitcher?
No, it's just a silver pitcher.
Okay.
Probably lifted from the kitchen of the establishment you were just in. You've seen a lot of stuff like this in some of the inns, particularly not the crappy bungalow style inns, but like the ones that are actually nobility, or like not your just off the street one horse town. In like somewhere in Greenville or maybe Eelfell or another city would use ewers like these.
Okay.
Looks like this is just a like a bandit's loot. Like he pickpocketed some things, and each of these would have a value of like 25 gold each. Like
Okay.
each of these has within that 20 to 30 ballpark range. The silks are good. It was well crafted. Somebody would pay 20 to 30 gold for that handkerchief with the materials, and the same thing with the ewer. It's made of silver, and it's that big. It could be melted down for 25 gold worth of silver easily.
Right.
So like,
Okay.
it's a good. They're just art objects.
And I'll flash that too. I'll be like, and just a picture. I'm sure we could probably sell it. Maybe not here. Maybe in another town, but yeah.
So, I can explain what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went in there, I did the whole bug thing, used the bug liner, like one liner, but and then those people were like, oh, that must be the guy. But we were looking for an old guy. That must be the fucking guy. He hasn't been here in so however long. And so they called me over, and they're like, oh, the bugs did their thing. They spread the scent and riled up the people, and so all this atmosphere was made by the cult. That's what they told me, at least. And then they're like, how much do you know? And I was like, not enough. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking kill you. And then they attacked me.
Why didn't you just make something that was believable? Make some bullshit up that would have been believable.
Well, I thought the bug wouldn't know something, but I think I was like, I'm the best of the bugs. Then maybe they'd want to be like, well, maybe we can use you in other bugging operations or something like that.
I'm just like, by the way, hi, Niath. To the ASMR.
We should leave him a book, really.
He says so. Your investigations were quite eventful, then, for lack of a better word, is what Niall says.
We found Felix.
Yeah, we know where
So
he is.
Quarry, the quarry you are after for that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, one would call this progress. I
Okay.
suppose this is good news.
Okay, let me give you a hypothetical, and you tell me what you would do. So if I had a meeting, and I didn't look like myself, let's say I looked like a 40-year-old man with salt and pepper hair, scarring, stuff like that, with Felix. Say I had a meeting with him, and he doesn't know that I'm me, and so it's just a meeting for him. I go in there. My objective is to take him and interrogate him, and then perhaps kill him. We'll see how that develops. How would I do that in an establishment that he owns? How would you go about doing it?
Very simple.
Okay.
You kidnap him. You bring him somewhere else.
Not a bad
Torture him
idea.
for information.
Actually, we do have a place we can take him. We could take him to the captain's place.
What do you know of this Felix? What are his capabilities? What manner of warrior is he? Is he a warrior at all?
He gives me like stab you in the back type vibes. Not like I'm gonna hit you from the front or like a mage or anything. If I had to guess.
So he's a deceptive player.
I'd say so.
People who deceive are usually physically weak. Corner him and give him nowhere to run. Separate him from his friends. People like that need other people to survive, to fight the battles that they cannot fight. That's why they use words and deceptions.
I mean, we could kidnap him pretty easily. Do we know if the king or the captain has access to like strong sleeping medicine?
Ooh.
We could
I mean, that wouldn't necessarily. That wouldn't be. Oh wait, Reyna casted Identify on something, and I totally glossed it over, didn't I?
Yeah, on the vial.
I apologize.
It was
You're
gonna
right.
take me 10 minutes to do anyway.
Yeah, we were talking.
Okay.
It's all right.
Well, that's a love potion. That
Oh!
when someone
ew, no,
when-
give it away.
when
No,
someone
that's
drinks when someone drinks that, what you know is when someone drinks that, the next person they see, they fall in love with. They're charmed by them. There's no saving throw. It happens. Unless they're immune to charm. If they're immune to charm, tough shit. If they're not immune to charm, they're charmed to the next person they see after drinking it. Provided
My plan will work.
Yeah, provided that is the gender that they are attracted to.
You better pray.
Yep.
He's
It's
not
specifically
gay.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I do.
Well, who says he's gonna give it to you though, right?
True. Milo might
I
use
know,
it on
I
Nick,
know,
so she falls
but
in
I'm-
love with him forever.
What?
No. Okay.
Oh, Milo! It's a love potion!
Oh, she didn't lie about it.
What?
Why would I lie?
She got it.
Oh, all right. What does that do?
So, you can give this to someone, and then the person they see, like, the next person they see, they fall in love with them. Now, they do have to be, like say I like, males. It does have to be, like, preferred. But, you know.
I mean, it sounds like something we should use on Felix, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
And then we can just kind of get him to, like, follow me outside, and easy peasy. And then he can answer all my questions easily.
Or you could
Azamar
lure
says
him
that this
somewhere, and
plan
we
has
could
some merit.
kidnap him.
You could just
That's what I said. Lure him outside, and then we can just.
Oh, I mean, like somewhere where we are all there afterwards.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's not gonna be in love with us. He's gonna be in love with her.
Right.
But he can still lash out at us,
Oh, that's true.
even
okay.
though she's in love.
Yeah.
If
Well,
we
you said you had a meeting with the Azamar chimes in. You said you had a meeting with him, right?
I do, yeah.
And I'm supposed to go back and sing or perform or something.
Maybe kidnapping's a little elaborate. I mean, that was just one option. You could just convince him to talk with you in private in his own establishment where he feels safe and lets his guard down. We don't even need to be maniacs with this. We don't need to kidnap anybody. That was just one suggestion on how to get something done. Maybe no torture is even necessary or kidnapping. Just if he's inviting you to his home, that's another way.
That's
You
true.
You're left alone with him. And shit
You have a
goes
love
sideways.
potion. She says that's a love potion. You can probably do a lot with that.
How long does it last?
That's a good question. Let me look that up. I think it's like I think it said 10 minutes, but I want
Okay, it's not
You
forever.
can also look at it. You can also look it up. It's let me see. What
10
it's
minutes
called.
in
It's not
heaven.
called. No.
Filter of love.
Yes, it's that. It's not love potion. It's that word right
It's
there.
1
yeah,
hour.
Filter. It's
1
1 hour, so
hour.
that's a long time. Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
more than
we
10
could
minutes.
definitely get him somewhere.
Oh,
It
yeah,
takes.
no.
It says the next time I see a creature within 10 minutes. So if they don't.
Yeah, the Azamar nods. Much could be accomplished in an hour, and there's no resistance to this, to my knowledge.
I got a question.
Maybe.
How do we ensure that he sees you, only you? That's the tricky part.
Well, maybe I can convince him to come, or we can convince him upstairs somehow. I don't know.
I have a meeting with him. I could just be like, these are my, you know.
I don't want to be sitting at the table. I don't want to be introduced because I can't do anything about
Yeah,
this.
it's
Look,
not a
here's
it's
what's
not a
gonna
super
happen.
it's not a super secret meeting, right? The both of you could be sitting there.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, since I'm supposed to perform, if I do a really good job, I should get noticed. I mean, Basil, you saw what I look like in that. Or y'all all saw.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like the man that would be easily persuaded into bed.
So, are we just assuming that about him? That
That
seems a bit rude. Also, like, very contingent. He could be like not attracted to you.
Why don't we see if Basil can make a move and we can figure it out here and there with this meeting. He can make a move and we can figure out where he lies on the sexual preferences.
And we'll probably need a backup plan in case, you know, it doesn't work on him.
Well, if you're gonna see me, I should at least play. I'm gonna have to disguise myself somehow.
Oh my goodness, let's go get a disguise kit.
I can be I can play my banjo kazooie. I can play my lute, my whatever I have on my body.
Can you give his eye back?
I
That's
can't
not gonna
regenerate your eye.
That's not gonna change much about my appearance.
No, well, no, it's very defined that you're missing an eye. If I looked at see, I'm looking at you right now. I'm like, oh, he's has an eye. He's missing an eye. That's like, at a glance, that's immediately what someone's thinking.
Niall says the eye patch is a bit of a giveaway.
Well, I don't have to have the eye patch on. I could just have a scar. I don't feel like getting my eye back just yet.
Okay.
Personal preference for now.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
It gives me something
Scars
to
are
blame.
trophies.
It gives me something to blame when I miss an attack. It gives me
Right.
an excuse.
I get it.
But, I mean, we can get a googly eye. Put a googly eye on. No, but I can cast minor illusion to make it look like I have an eye. I was just
Also,
casting
I
it
do-
over and over.
I do just want to remind everyone, I do have a zone of truth.
He has to fail the save on it, though.
Yeah, and then also that doesn't stop him from not answering. We'd have to compel him to answer somehow.
Right.
So,
I can just kill him and I can talk to him when he's dead if he doesn't see me. I can do that.
yeah.
But I think he was already trying to get us killed, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So he still.
Oh,
might
he would
not
still
talk to
notice
you.
me. Yeah, he would still
Yeah.
notice me. Damn it, you're right.
So Star, when you came in in your actual form, right? As Reyna?
When I came to fight, yes.
So the bartender has seen what you look like.
Well,
shit.
not exactly, because I look like a skeleton compared to what I normally look like.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
She's-
I'm just thinking. He has what you look like to be able to relay that to Felix.
Yeah, and I'm now associated with you.
Well, I didn't want to come in my disguise, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And
I get it.
I ran in there with that mask on.
I had my hood up, so maybe he didn't see. You never know.
Oh, a mysterious woman.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what's the game plan, guys? We want to put him in a low charmed state, right?
Who's
That can be an option.
who's roofing him?
Well, it'd
It'd
have to
probably be
her.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be her.
You gotta pour it in his drink then, right?
I know.
Okay.
You
I
could get the
would.
bartender to put it in his drink. And then when the bartender gives you the drink, you can hand him the drink while you're talking.
Well, what I was thinking is, if I can get him into his bedroom,
Okay.
I can let's have praying. and then kind of like
Not suspicious at all.
no, cause sometimes you drink before you do one nighters. Anyways,
What are you gonna give him to drink? What's your drink of choice? What you gonna give it to him?
I don't know, whatever he has up there. Anyways,
Don't you think he's just gonna want to bang?
Yeah.
How do you aim to work around that? There's just so many variables in
There's
this.
a build up to it.
Not for
You
some
wanna
people.
seduce him?
I'm just saying.
Anyways, I guess my plan's out of the door. Never mind.
No, you can try. We can. Okay, let's do it. Seduce him and give it to him in his bedroom.
I
the
feel like
potion.
anything we plan, it's just gonna go to shit anyways.
It's not
No.
my body.
So, do we think that when you're on stage, he's gonna be there watching?
I don't think he will actually.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Hmm.
He probably doesn't give a shit unless you like
But
do something crazy.
If he's having a drink with Basil,
He can
then I
fall
can
in
go
love
up
with me.
there.
Right, because my
Or that. I
my
don't know what he likes.
my thought is, say you put the potion in your mouth, but you didn't swallow it.
Oh,
And
that's a
as soon as you're somehow as soon as you're done performing and you lock eyes with him and you walk over there and grab his drink and take a sip of it as part of your seduction, but really what you're doing is spitting the potion into his drink.
Ooh, I
Wow.
like that, Milo.
Sorry, that makes me physically want to gag.
You could just run over to him and kiss him.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna go with the kiss.
Or
and
that.
just force it down his throat.
You could do what Milo said, but you pour the cup into his mouth and make him drink it, and you maintain eye contact, so there's no way.
And you spit in it too.
This sounds pretty cool. I like it. I like where this is going.
Whatever
You like where this is
do.
going?
I'm scared I'm gonna mess up, or I'm gonna drink it on accident, and I'm gonna be useless.
You're gonna fall in love with some random person in the tavern.
Well, we
I
do
fall in love with Felix. That's what would happen.
we do also have to keep in mind that we in the vision were ambushed in a bar when we're all together, so now that he knows what you look like, he may catch on that it's us and be ready for all of it.
True.
Well, I'll look different. Basil will look different.
I'll still look. I still look like the 45-year-old guy, not old.
I'm trying to figure out what I do.
You shave your beard.
No.
Oh, that's
No.
too fucking
No.
crazy.
We
Okay.
should just go to the market.
We hang out on the back. We hang out and we just scout from above, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, I mean, with my stealth, is there anything I can do with that?
You could sneak into his room,
As
so I
long-
can have backup. You can hide under his bed.
I don't want to do that at all.
Oh,
But it what?
I'm gonna ask, Milo, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna probably piss your cat off really bad.
What?
You might need to make your cat a mouse.
I don't think I can change the size of it, can I?
I
It's a
have
medium.
no
It's a
idea how your
medium.
magic works.
No, it's a medium creature. So I
Never
think
mind, that's a horrible plan.
it might be smaller medium, but I think it's just medium.
I'm sure they got big rats here in Greenville.
Pretty big though.
I mean, we could always use Splinter. I can always summon Splinter and I have him go there. We could use him as a commotion, as a fucking distraction.
I don't know if we should bring him
Why?
out.
It's a tool. It's a resource.
Maybe last resort.
Oh. If shit hits the fan and we get Felix out of there, we can use the rat guy to have his soul, and we could use that as leverage. The rat guy can put his soul in a bottle, and then if he doesn't answer us, he can. If he answers us truthfully, we can give him back his soul for the rat dude.
That's not a bad idea.
No.
It's pretty dark. It's
I
pretty
like
fucking
the
crazy.
I like the
Um,
kidnap. I think kidnapping would be way easier than seduction, but we should try seduction first.
Yeah. We go. yeah. Beauty before brawn.
Yeah, if it fails, you can just come in the room and just grab him and, you know.
Okay, well, I probably should go talk to
Is
Splinter about this.
is this
before
a
we do
short
this.
rest? This be considered a short rest?
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest.
Should I ask Splinter if he could do that?
Sure. Last resort, though.
Well, I would have to summon him and tell him to do it, but I need to figure out if he could do it. All right, I'm uncorking Splinter from his cage.
Sure.
Popping my little rat buddy out in front of the Ace of War.
Yeah,
I'm sure that guy's real happy about that.
I mean, he's happy to be out. He's chittering and very, subordinate to your authority in the situation as he always is, and wishes to know what you want.
Hey,
What is
hey,
the purpose
Splinter.
of the summon?
Hey, Splinter, how's it going? Hey, look. So we have to interrogate a guy in a little bit, and as a last resort plan, I was wondering if you could take some of his essence, some of his soul out, and trap it in a bottle, and then if he doesn't answer what we want, if he answers what we want, we give it back to him. If he doesn't, we just, kind of like what you did to that guy.
He is of the heavens. Yes. I can take parts of his essence, but man things and elf things and dwarf things, I can only take all or none. I kill. You can still threaten. I'll
Yeah,
take
we can
all.
use you as leverage. I use you as leverage to kill him if he doesn't.
I agree to help.
All right. Does it sound like we're in agreement, everybody? Does that sound like a? I mean, it's kind of like an all or none kind of thing at that point. So we got to kind of commit whenever we pull out him.
Yeah.
We got to kind of commit whenever he comes out.
Niall says, I hope that this is for intimidation factors.
Yes. Just for intimidation.
This man is still a mortal, and I value souls. And he gives the ratling a very foul look of hatred, like not of dislike, of hatred. This is an angel looking at a demon. This is a lawful good looking at a chaotic evil. He hates this thing. And there is extreme prejudice in that look.
Hey,
The rat...
Knock it off. Don't be looking like that at each other right now.
He's like, I tolerate its existence merely for your benefit, because it is having smart thoughts of which side it is currently in, and it better remain that way. And he stays silent after that, and will only talk if you force him to. He does not enjoy the demon presence at all. Or the harvesting of souls. You think that's the real straw here. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, he'll do it because he's bound to help you, but he doesn't like it.
Well, all right, Splinter. I think it's time for you to go back in your bottle. Little Nicky, I'm
Yep,
up into the flask.
he goes back in. Yep, he's forced to listen.
All right. Well, that's Plan C.
Cool.
What's Plan B?
Plan B is, well, we've got Plan A.
Knock him out and take him to the commander as Plan B.
I like
Oh.
threatening him with the demon first, and if maybe we could just take him to the commander. I don't.
Well, I'm curious.
the
Why would we take him to the commander? Because the commander, it's not. I got the
Let's just
impression.
assassinate him anyways.
Yeah, I got the impression the commander probably wants this to be hands off for him. So
Yeah.
not bringing him in.
Yeah,
Where, I mean,
We still need
they've
proof,
already
though,
done
too.
the questioning part of
Yeah.
him, right?
yeah, we do need proof.
We still need proof. Well, he said that's at the festival. So, but I mean, if we can find proof here that there's cold activity, which we already kind of know that there is.
Right.
The mathin'.
What is it? Prevention, not whatever.
I don't know.
Damage
Yeah.
control.
Drug abuse resistance
Well,
or whatever.
Nash, the Splinter is under your control, right? Can he take other forms? Could he go and sneak into Felix's room when Felix is down and
I don't think he can. Let me see.
No.
Pop the cork back off of the topper. Hey, Splinter, come out.
He comes out.
I summon you. Sorry, I know that was so sudden. Hey,
I am very popular demon these days. What is
Yes.
it?
can you alter your form, or are you like that constantly? No offense, it's a good look, right?
We've spoken on this. I can only take this form. That's why I will not wander the cities. Remember?
That's right. All right, get back in the court.
He goes
Also,
back in.
I don't know if I would trust him to do exactly as you say. He might cut a deal with Felix.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, if that happens, we just
If
kill
you're not there, he might cut a deal with them.
that's
him.
true.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you're there, I think you're probably fine. So, yep.
So that's plan B then.
So seduction.
Seduction, death.
Yeah.
we're kind of two sides of a coin right now. So, I mean, all hell's gonna break loose if the seduction fails, right?
Right. We're gonna have
We're
to
gonna
get.
have to fight a lot of people, probably.
Yeah.
I always have suggestion. I
Yeah.
don't know how well that'll work, but I have it.
Oh, plan B. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Maybe Milo does need to sneak into the room and just kind of hide somewhere, just in case something bad happens,
Yeah,
and he can help step in, and we can, like, tie him up or something.
yeah. I'll need to know that, because if I'm doing that, I probably won't even come into the establishment, and so I'll need some way to know that.
We need a scout.
Yeah, that he's not in his room, so I can actually get in there.
Well, he has a meeting with me, so I can just like.
Potentially. I mean, the bartender said if he's not too busy.
True.
Also, the bartender's gonna go to him and said, one of the guy who was attacked actually asked for a meeting from you, and so Felix is probably gonna be like, why the fuck would he want a meeting with me? And so, I mean, he's gonna be suspicious already, right? Someone asked for a meeting with him.
I mean, they think I'm a bug already, and
True.
I didn't even have to. I didn't even have to touch those guys for them to be dealt with. Maybe they think, oh, I'm a power broker or something.
Or
That-
the guy just gets squealed. They squeal, and the guy tells them that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, the guy that's not dead, the guy that we left.
Yeah,
alive.
it could happen like that, but it maybe couldn't.
Yeah.
There are many holes in this pot.
We
Yeah.
just kind of have to go in and see
Kinda
what
just gotta-
cards are. We just have to go. We can't keep planning for this forever.
We'll know what plan is going to be inactive whenever we sit down.
Right, at the very least, not all four of us are going to be in there.
Right.
I definitely am not going to be in there.
I think it's us two again are inside. And
We
then-
need to figure out
I
a way
have
to
a
get.
question, guys. So, once I get him to drink the potion, should I
Yeah.
turn it back into myself, or should I stay
You-
the
Jessica
same?
Jones.
You stay as who you look like.
Did you say Jessica Jones?
That's not what I'm. Jessica Rabbit. Different show, whole
Yep.
different universe.
You stay as whoever he sees when he drinks the potion. That's what you stay as.
Okay. I mean, like, once he starts drinking, I could just, whoop, Reina.
Well, I don't
Everyone
think he'd
others
be in
knows
love
you.
with you anymore. So
Oh, okay. Well, never
I
mind.
think I'm not exactly sure. That how
That's
think it's like a
why-
visual cue,
That's
it's like a
why
visual-
I asked. That's
Yeah.
why I asked.
But just to be safe, I would stay as whoever he sees.
Okay, cool. So don't use any of my first level spots, just in case.
It's a level.
My magical potential.
So this is Jacob saying. So it sounds like what we need to do is we need to find a way for Milo to get into the room.
Yeah.
We need to meet with the commander and set our price for this assassination because let's be real, Felix is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be dead by the time this is over. I mean,
But
that's the job.
we can do that after we kill him. So
Well, the bartender didn't say you have to come back in 2 hours. He said you can come back in 2 hours.
Well,
yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I
after
guess.
6 o'clock is when everything.
Well, they said 6 o'clock is when it livens up, right? So if we come before that,
Yeah.
maybe it won't be as packed in there. Well, then that wouldn't make any sense, though. 'cause-
Yeah, we need to be there when
Yeah,
it's.
she wouldn't be
open.
performing until after 6,
No.
so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what time the
Okay.
commander said we wanted us to meet him at nighttime too, so that might kind of conflict with our.
Like I said, after
Why don't
we
we
kill
just go
Felix,
back?
we can.
Early, we can be like, hey,
could go-
we
yeah.
figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Let's go do that right now.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna walk over to the commander and tell him our price. The master at arms.
This feels like when I study for a test, and I'm like, no amount of studying is gonna help me
Yeah.
study, so I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop studying.
Yep.
So you're gonna go back to the commander and set the
We
price.
have our price point. Yes. 1 million rupees.
It was
God.
5K. It was 5K.
with the pinky.
Yeah, 1 million. 1 billion.
By the 5. So you tell him 5K.
Yeah, so
We let him.
yeah, 5K is the price we're asking. It's fair.
It is.
We can do it, but there's gonna be some stipulations to this.
Okay.
That payment
No
is
love
going to be an
potions.
increment. This payment is going to be in increments. Yeah, he goes. You are under no circumstances at all to use love potions.
We're just gonna kill this guy. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Demon.
I was trying to be in character, and you threw it out the window.
It's like in.
I had to.
It's
No,
like
I
in,
love it.
in Hitman when they ask you to kill someone a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get so much XP if you do it this way.
Only kill the one person.
Dick of a DM do you have to be to listen to the group go through all that? Drop them a love potion on the verge of this when they've got to come in and be like, oh yeah, you can't use it. Like, well, that's some sadistic shit, man. That's...
We can actually test if a love
We have a
potion is
good
in
plan.
it.
We have a good plan. Though.
Yeah.
That is some
Okay.
Ted Bundy level cruelty, yo. What the fuck? Like, Jesus.
Only ropes and gas.
I
What
couldn't
is the
even
end
with
of
that. No. All right. Let me get this railroad somewhat back on track. Give me a second. That was such a well-timed comment. I can't even. He says there's going to be some stipulations to this. Now, I don't know what you think I make for money, but I assure you I don't have in a bank account 5,000 gold pieces just sitting in it. Make disappear. I'm going to have to use resources carefully to get you your payment. This is an assassination, and I'm not going to get caught for this unlawful killing. But I do agree that you will receive the money in increments. And what I'm thinking is 500 gold a month until it's all paid. I think I can safely get you this gold. I realize it's a bit different, but I'm not a criminal. I am a commanding officer of the military, and I'm paying you to be criminals. And I have to get this money as carefully as possible, and I'm not going to just dip into the treasury and give it to you. I'm going to have to do this carefully, and I'm just going to be honest with you. Yes, I will pay you the 5,000 gold. It will be in increments of 500 a month until it's all paid. And you're not to upkeep this on me. You're not to tax this over time. It's 5,000, and it's going to take that long to be paid. Those are my terms. No fireballs in the establishment. I don't want... he doesn't say fireball specifically. That's targeting your character. He doesn't say that. He says, I don't want you blowing the whole establishment up. I don't want anything crazy going down. I want it to be a clean kill, and I don't want the city to lose infrastructure over this. That's all I can say. You gotta take him out in the middle of nowhere and blow his ass up with whatever spells you got. I have no problem with that. If a bolt of lightning somehow strikes him in the middle of the street, check to that. If an explosion goes off in an isolated pocket of town and only a little bit of grass and hay get harmed, I'll be sure that the paperwork doesn't include anything about you guys, and somebody else will take the fall. That is what I can offer you. Please don't destroy the property within the city. Please don't kill any innocent lives. And accept the payments on those terms. Those are my terms.
Well, we're not always going to be in the same spot at the same time, so we have a front that you can run the money to. It's our startup business, LLC. It's totally legal.
A laundromat.
It's actually a water park, but.
Oh, wait, what is it?
I will tell them the name of the establishment that my mom runs, the business,
Oh, okay.
as the destination for the payments
Okay, you'll send the payments to Lakeside.
to Lakeside to her business.
Okay.
And
He
I
says
will send her a message probably next session about it.
he says I can do this. That's acceptable. It's better than me handing you sacks full of gold every month, or sending someone else to do it.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious.
Hey, Mom.
I'm new to it. He realizes it sounds ridiculous. He goes, I'm new to this. I've never paid anyone to do anything like this. But this guy's been in this town for too long, doing what he thinks is right, and it's not.
Can I make an insight check on them when he said this is the first time he's done this?
Yeah.
Commander?
Absolutely.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this too.
Okay.
I got shit and then less shit, so I guess that's good. Insight, that's a hard, stinky 11.
Oh.
It was a 2 or a 9.
You don't you believe that he's telling the truth about him never doing this before? You think he's never paid to have anybody killed ever, and dipped into treasuries or anything? You think all that's true, but you don't. You definitely detect that there's a little bit more to this and why he's having you do this than he's letting on. He's very emotional about it. It seems like he wants it done. Like he didn't even think about the price or negotiate. He's just like, yeah, done. And that seems like a pretty hard, like that's pretty adamant to just do for someone who's never done this. But that's all you get with the 11. He's not very good at this, and you're able to glean that much out of him. He's not someone who's used to executing people on this, and he's not used to hiding his motives, and he's clearly hiding something about this whole situation. You just don't know what it is.
All right. Well, do you want proof? On his head, piece of memorabilia off him.
Want his hat.
You want his hat.
That's proof that he's dead. If you bring me his hat, I'll know he's dead. He'd never give up his hat. Not ever.
Okay.
I'll know if it's his hat.
What color hat? This is me asking you, Tom. What color was his hat again? Is it green or something?
We have to go way the fuck back. Holy
okay,
shit.
it's not that important. Don't worry about it. Okay, I think that's a suitable prize, token, whatever you want.
Yep.
Call it.
Plus, if he is killed, it's going to be public knowledge soon enough. But the token I want brought to me is just the hat.
Okay.
And if you're lying about it, well, I mean, he'll be walking around soon enough, and I'll know. I trust you're not that type to lie about it. We'll be seeing each other again, I assume.
Yes, and then
good
also,
luck to you.
once we finish this job, we have festival to look at.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was still a backup job, even if this goes.
Oh yeah, we'll still need you for that.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, Command or Master at Arms. I never got your name. What was your name?
Oh, that was Commander Kriegs, the Master of Arms of Greenville.
Okay.
All
right. Toodaloo.
With that, yeah, you are dismissed from the barracks district. It is getting close to midnight, and there is quite the endeavor ahead. A whole assassination mission. To kill the guy who tried to have you killed on hire of command of Greenville. I will. Well, here's the thing. I didn't plan for the for the love potion loot. That totally made more options possible.
Yeah.
Just for that alone, I will need some prep time to handle that curveball, because now options that I didn't even think were possible are now possible.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's gonna be a fun endeavor.
Gotta practice my riz.
So what I believe the plan.
mirror.
What I believe the plan for the next episode is you're gonna go to the meeting. You're gonna somehow get the drink into his beverage, get in private with him, get the beverage in him, and then extract the information out of him once he's lured. That's the mission, correct?
Yeah, and once Milo knows that he's actually in like the pub, Milo will try to sneak into his room if we still deem that necessary.
Okay, and then if that doesn't work, it becomes intimidation and strong arm mechanics.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, but the idea is to get him in private first and
Yes.
get the drink in him. So, good. Good course of action. I can plan on this. Fine. Absolutely. I'm not ready to handle all this right now on the fly, though.
Hell yeah.
I'm not ready to riz up anyone either.
This is gonna be, the next session is gonna be a hell of a session.
No, the next session's gonna be crazy, because I'm gonna have a lot of things planned for it. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually terrified. I don't know how
Just
well
have-
I will. Whew.
Just have unwavering faith in yourself. You got this.
Hey, Jacob was easy. I didn't have to do much.
Well, now you gotta try harder.
Yep.
I always think he's like he reminds me of like a pimp. He could get it any time. You gotta be special.
Well, just grab it. Looks pretty freaking special.
You know
So
what?
we'll see.
You know what this reminds me of? There's a good movie. This makes me think of a movie. We gotta sucker punch him. You know that sucker punch movie?
Yes.
With the girls, that's what we're gonna do. We're in the kitchen stealing the knife from the fucking butcher.
Oh, while she's like dancing?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. We're gonna go fight a fucking mech samurai.
Oh.
Oh.
I actually used to love that movie a lot.
Alright, you want to end the stream, Tom?
Yeah, we can wind down, and you guys can commune with me over the week. More fine tunings of the plan, but I've got a basic idea of the plan, and I can structure it around that. I knew about the gist of how the party was gonna go about things, but I didn't know exactly the plan, and this is a bit of a curveball, but it's going to be a good adventure that might even reward the party if it sees the fruits with thousands of gold, so then they can do the shopping that they want to do, which will be good. With that, yeah, we will end a little early, just shy of midnight, and we will play next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the 12th.
Hell yeah.
No, I'll be good. I'll be good to play. I'll be in communication with you guys over the week.
Call me.
Making sure about like changes to the plan, if any. With that, we will sign out for the night. Thank you for tuning in at Tabletop Tyranny. This is the Lost Tales of Paradisia, and we will continue next week with what happens with the confrontation of Felix. Good night, everyone. Tyler, Jesus Christ.
Bye.